Bang. What's up, guys? How we doing? Oh no, what broke? Oh, printing out parts of the XL. Ah, ha, ha, ha. All right, so let's go down the line here. 3D Medic Vince, Captain Kieran, Bearded Bucket, and Guy the Jedi. Nice to see you guys. Glad you're all here. Yeah, I hinted on X earlier that I might go live tonight, and we're going live tonight. So, lots to talk about, but we got parts printing. And while we wait for parts to print, my office is cold. It got like down to negative and single digits out, and that little heater don't keep up all that well. So a little nippy in here right now, but that's okay. Oh, that's right. You won the auction for the Amazon return Prusa XL 5 tool. And Core XY. So printing replacement parts. Yeah, that's the nice part about the Prusa is you can print the printable parts. So, Mr. Vince, sir, I hope that goes well for you, sir. I hope that goes well. I am looking for... I need my beverage. We're going to have a chitty chat. So, we are going to work on the Pandora's box. You guys will notice that there's some panels and stuff on it. I need to double check something, so we need to jump to a different screen real quick here. Hold on. This is going to be kind of angry with me, as I figured it would. Let's see if we deactivate, reactivate. There we go. Look at that. The camera is now up here, so you guys can kind of watch what I'm doing. Let me hit that magic button real quick. There we go. All right. There we go. Anyway, so I panels from Happy. I got those kind of put on and then had to take them off. This is the one that he did the MMN on it for me. So there's that. That's the door. I did print the parts for the mini fridge install for the door. So we do have printed parts. I did them in the green because I wanted to match it up and see if... And it's the same green that he used. So thankfully, I know which green he used, which is the Galaxy, which is cool because I can reprint one of the parts here to bring the color scheme back together. In playing around with the printer a little bit though, I did notice that there was a broken piece back up in here. Right up in here, this piece was broken. So I'm reprinting that now. So I'll get that reprinted and get that slid in there. But we'll have to install the clicky-clack door, or the mini fridge door. I happen to have, thankfully he included the pieces that you need for it. So we'll play around with that and get that installed at some point too. But I started putting the panels on. So we got panels, but I do need to get the foam strip, the thinner stuff, to go around. Because right now... it just clacks and rattles. So we'll have to do that. But I got the parts printing to replace the back pieces. So we got that. But there's a bit to talk about, guys. Just a bit. First things first. Everybody who's here is probably not new. So that's good, you know. So are you a... foam the frame or panels person? Bearded Bucket. Usually I personally like to foam the panels, not the frame, because if you ever want to run it without the panels, you don't want that foam around it, so it's just better to have it on the panel. And then when you take the panels off and you set them down, you've got something kind of soft around the edges of the panel. That's just me. I'm not everyone, but I'm a panels kind of person, and that's my justification for it. I'm looking around for... there it is. It's behind my drink. Yeah, see, Bearded Bucket, for me, it just makes sense, because when you take the panels off, you don't have the foam strip going around the frame, and it looks silly with the foam strip around the frame. Plus, you put it on the edge, like if you know how far in you got to go, you can kind of draw a line. And if you use a bigger one, you can just run the blade along the edge of the plexi or the the acrylic or whatever you're using. You can just run it along the edge and trim it up real nice along the edge. But lots to talk about. First off, guys, I posted that I had a sorry to squirrel you, back to the important news. You're a meat spin kind of guy, Thorpe. I knew you were. But like a lot of you guys know, back in September, I started talking about wanting to go back to college, getting my associates. And some of you remember that crazy journey. Reached out to the college to find out what classes I need to take to get my associates from the classes I had taken 20 years ago. And got stuck in a waiting game with the college, back and forth, like email, phone call, was getting nowhere. Well, then in January, some of you guys remember when I was streaming, I muted for a minute because I was on the phone, and it was a lady from the college calling me, wanting to find out about, you know, what my intentions were, like going back to school. And with the college, they have a thing where, based on one's work experience, they can take out, you can sometimes, they can pull your gen ed stuff when you're going for an associate's based on work experience. Because I've got 9 years in now in my current position, she told me that they would go ahead and pull my gen ed classes, and that they would talk to the gentleman in charge of the tech curriculum for the school and see what else they could do and have him reach out to me. Well, over the last 2-3 weeks, we've been going back and forth in phone calls. And then finally, 3 days ago now, or 2 days ago, no, 3 days ago now, we talked and had set up a meeting for yesterday after I got off of work in the evening. He had a night class. So, Tech Jeeper, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But he had a opening after his class. He said his class gets over at 5:30. So I said, okay, 5:45, I'll meet you. And he said, that's fine. 5:45, I got there about 5:40. So I got a little early, and I kind of stood out in the hallway and realized he still had class going. Well, come on in. So came in, I sat down and listened to the remaining, what ended up being remaining 15 minutes of his class. And then from about 6 o'clock until about 8:30, quarter to 9, spent that time talking about my work experience, my reasoning for why I didn't finish my certificate in the first place, why I'm coming back to school for my associates, and to see what kind of classes are still a requirement for me and what he can do. He did say that he would get back with me, or he had to talk to the dean today about his plan, what he had come up with. And if all goes well, there were a few more classes he felt that maybe I didn't need based on work experience. So he was going to talk to the dean about getting those classes removed, and a few other options that he was going to talk to the dean about to see what they could do. And if all goes well, I should be sitting on an associate's by August. So if all goes well, by August, I should have my associates. I just have to wait and see what the dean says, with the information we talked about and with what he's hoping for. If he pushes that through to the dean and the dean agrees, then I should be able to they're either going to see if I can, we're already into February. So it's going to be really hard to convince them to get my January enrollment and then let me kind of work up to, or get caught up to where they're at now. I may not actually have to do in-person classes. It's another thing he's going to talk to him about, based on the fact that I work during the day and most of those classes are during the day. So he is going to see what he can work out with the school about getting me a kind of like a work at your own pace. So if all goes well, though, guys, I'll be, by August, things should be a little bit better off. At least I'll have that associates under my belt, which will make me a little more appealing to other schools when I apply at them, if it doesn't work out with my current school. So that'll be a nice thing to have under my belt. So Tech Jeeper, yeah, but I talked with this guy, like I said, for 3 hours. We went back and forth, just like 2.5, 3 hours, just chatting it up. And right now the K1 is doing its thing here, so I want to see if I can get the K1's camera to come back online. Oh, you know what? I think I changed that, didn't I? Yes, I did. Give me a second here. Whoops. I forgot I had a different camera on it for a little bit. There we go. Oof. Let me move this down and over. Let's zoom this back down a little bit. Oofy. Sorry if I'm making anybody seasick at the moment. There we go. Now you guys can kind of see what's going on with the K1 and see what it's doing. It's printing those 2 pieces that I needed. So there we go. Give us something to look at while I'm chatting it up here. Let's move this down into this corner. That way you guys can see it a little better. Chris Travis, good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, guys, those 2 pieces, I need those to finish, or I want to get those finished and get them installed. And then we'll install the mini fridge and kind of see where we're at there. Spent 10 years in the Navy. Yeah. Well, while that's doing that, let's come back here. So there's the mini fridge, and some of you guys remember from the last stream, I was getting these weird error messages. Well, I was able to actually get the USB cable. I was able to make the USB cable, get it to crimp right and work. So we've got a 4-pin connector to USB connected to the main board, and apparently he had all the stuff configured properly for the Cartographer, and it just picked up and started working and was homing and whatnot. I did do all that off stream because once I got started, my ADHD wouldn't let me stop, and there was too many good people streaming, and I didn't want to stream over the top of them. So I did a lot of that in the background, and I'm sorry. I did put the panels on it too because I wanted to see what it looked like with the panels on. So I did put those on it. And the only thing that's left to do, like I said, is to get the mini fridge door put on. So we got to put the mini fridge door on. Got to get the, I'll have to get some thin foam, or even if I just get some wider foam and wrap the panels and then trim it down and then just put the foam on. But we'll get that done. I do need to also, for the V0, does anybody have the little 3D printed nut guards for the rails, you know, to put around the nuts to put in? Has anybody got a good one that I could print? If you do, drop a link. If you can't drop a link, hit me up in private and let me know, or hit me in Discord so I can click the link and do that. You guys don't forget too, our good new friend, who is an old friend, because I believe I met him at Rocky Mountain last year, and it's one of those things where it's like, I believe I met him at Rocky Mountain, and the more that I watch his streams and the more I listen to him, the more I believe we did talk at Rocky Mountain last year. But Captain Kieran, he is got his birthday stream coming up on Sunday, so don't forget to watch for that. They really depend on the extrusions. Yeah, well, this is the was it the PDF DDL or DLL, or is it DLL PDF? I got to remember that company. I don't know why I always have such a problem with their name. I don't remember. I'm looking at my door of stickers to see if I have one of their stickers on the door. I do not. And since the door of stickers is no longer in the shot, you guys don't get to see the stickers anymore. But yeah, DDL PDF, yeah. It's their white frame for the Pandora's box. They have a kit that you can buy through them for the Pandora's box. That's where he got it. It's the white frame. There's ones in there already, but for some reason some of them have broken, and I'm gonna need to insert 2 of them into the rear mount there, that rear piece. I'll have to slide 2 of them down in there. Picture of Sam is no longer in the shot either. Yeah, it's hidden behind the switch wire up there. It's right there. It's hidden up behind the switch wire. It's too bright to see it. But yeah, I need to do some things out here and do some rearranging. Again, First, I gotta get this floor done because I busted a chair wheel on this floor and I just busted my head and knocked over my soda. Thankfully, it's in a lidded container, so it didn't, you know, get too much all over. And thankfully, all the packages and stuff that it fell on were all sealed, so that's good. Yeah, it's the wheel behind me here. I broke that. Bearded bucket. What'd you print here from printables? Let's take a look. Go to the site. 10 millimeter drop-in nuts for 15 extrusion. Works well with the DDL PDF extrusion. All right, let's download that bad boy. And yeah, we'll download this. I'll put it in the mini fridge folder for now. That's fine. There we go. All right. So as soon as those are done printing, then I'll print some of these. Have I gotten a new heater? Thorpe, this one here is the one out of my basement. I have it cranked up to the max right now, and it's still... let me look at one of my other printers real quick to get an idea. Actually, let me just go look at the Prusa real quick. It is... Okay, build plate is at 16, hot end is at 13C. So it's 16, 13C, whatever that boils down to in the Fahrenheits. JC Prince, good to see you. How you doing? How's the sub count going, man? How you doing? Yeah, pretty sure 1515 extrusion was created by the devil. You're at 25 subs. Awesome, man. Awesome. You're getting there. It's a hustle, man. It's a grind. I've been pushing for 2,000 subs since for the last 3 or 4 years now. I keep doing my about 56, 60. Yeah, so it's not terrible in here. It's chilly, but it's not terrible. But yeah, no, JC, I've been doing the 2K by May for the last 3 or 4 years. It's a stretch right now. I'm 600 and some, or yeah, 600 and some change away. Don't think I'm going to make it again this year. Maybe a 2026 goal, but I'm just going to keep streaming this year. We'll keep working on printers, whether it's random projects that I've got of my own stuff, or it's printers that I'm going to rehab and give away. So we're just gonna stream working on stuff, doing crazy things. I'll chat a lot, I'll talk a lot, you know, because like I said, right now we're waiting for parts to finish there, which, speaking of, we've got 32% done. Says it'll be done in about 15-20 minutes. So we got about 15-20 minutes, those parts will be done. You're not wrong yet. Yeah, like I said, just it's 2K by May. You know, the nice part is if May passes and we get 2K by May of next year, then we're good, you know. But I just would like to get past that. Science Sniper, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Like I said, I'm hoping this year is going to be a little bit different with me going to be potentially starting school over the summer and working still. There's going to be work, family, all kinds of stuff going on. I'm going to remember to bring my earbuds so that during my daughter's volleyball tournament this weekend, I can, in between games, I can listen in on, you know, Captain Kieran's birthday stream. So again, guys, if you're not following Captain, go give him a follow. If you're not subbed to his channel, go sub. Give me a second to bring that up here real quick. I'll link it for you guys. Of course, I'm on YouTube. I do all my fun stuff on YouTube, but he is also over on Twitch and X, and he also streams over on TikToks too. So find him all over the place. He's Captain Kieran on everything. So give me a second to bring up his old channel here. Hit the old copy. There we go. Now we can hit that, do this, and pin the message. So there we go. It's pinned, everybody. If you're not subbed to Captain, go give Captain a sub and show up for his birthday. Ah, there we go. Kern. I say Kieran because you got the E-A-R, but Kern, Captain Kern. Like Captain Kirk, only Kern. Oh, damn. I can't do anything right tonight, man. I am making a mess everywhere. I probably shouldn't stream. I should go to bed. I've been having some crazy long nights lately. I have not really had much sleep. I can tell it's starting to affect me. There is one thing I do need to do on this guy before we get crazy into it later, is I need to remove this spool holder back here because I'm going to have to lay this thing flat on its back to work on it a little bit. So I am going to do that. Hey, I can do this now too. Look at that. You guys can kind of follow along. Let me grab this real quick though. And let's move this over there. That way I've got chat to follow along with over here. So I can actually look this way and see the chat. This way, no matter which way I look, I can see chat. I did get a product off of Amazon too. And the company I got it from said, don't do a review on it. If you don't have to do a video review. So I'm not going to do a video review, but I am going to show you guys what I got. I did get the product. They did send it to me, and they did ask me for my order number after I ordered it, and they have reimbursed me for that. So more or less, I got it for free. They didn't ask for anything crazy. They're just like, hey, you want to check this out? I was like, sure. They're like, okay. And they're like, don't do any video reviews or nothing on it. So I didn't. I'm not going to. I don't do video reviews. I do live streams. You guys know that. But I wanted to check something out here real quick because this is going to go on this side. So it's going to open. I have it set so when I grab the right, it'll open across. So, but now that we got that off of there, we'll be able to. It is powered off. Good. So let's undo this. And then let's lay this guy on its back. Because I have to try and figure out where the little nuts went. Let's see here. Yeah, there's one out. And there's the other one out. So these little guys just fell right out of there. So I'll have to try and get those back in there. I'm going to have to probably flip the whole thing up on its top to do this part, to be honest with you. And with the cables and everything behind it, it kind of pulls away with the back on it. But it'll be all right. We'll get it back into place. Worst case scenario, I just have to take everything apart and then put it all back together again and drive myself up up a wall, you know. But we'll make it happen. Jack in the shop, what's going on, Jack? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Really want to do a video review on some crappy shelves I bought, but I won't. I thought the nut was looking at a 3D printer. Yeah, this will be a fun little guy once it's done. It was a lot of fun to kind of play around with when I had it moving around. Still some things to kind of like, you know, bugs and things to work out, but it'll definitely be a fun little printer when it's up and going. It is cool that in the back here on this thing, that your belt runs around and then back up and through, and then it kind of comes up and around here, instead of coming all the way across and around and back up. So the belt path, really, it just comes down one side through, back up and through, and then the other side, basically the same thing, goes up around and through and back again. So it kind of feeds through. It doesn't ever cross over in the back. So that's pretty cool. I do want to check real quick. Yeah, even for as cold as it is in here, those parts are still printing. It is ASA, so I am printing everything in ASA because this is an enclosed little printer to do all the fun stuff. Armored Turtle, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. How is the box turtle taking over the world, I see? So can't complain there. I will say, Armored Turtle, I think it would be kind of cool if we box turtled that thing. But I need to get it. I want to get it printing before I try to do something silly and try to commit to something. And since my good friend Jason at LDO is like super swamped with stuff, I don't want to necessarily reach out the hand and ask like, you know, like the peasants do. I don't want to reach out like the peasants do and say, please more, please sir, can I have some more? I do have to get some stuff shipped out to JPP. So I'll have to work on getting that stuff boxed up, wrapped up, and sent out to him. So if you guys see him in chat, let him know that I talked about I have to send him stuff, you know. Well, you made an awesome product. You made it easy for people to build, and you partnered with LDO. So you made it really hard for nerds that love 3D printing to not want to do that. So that's, how do I say this nicely? It's an issue, not an ish me, bro. So, but it's a good issue to have. I'm just saying, it's a good issue to have. You know what I mean? It's always good when something you came out with is that popular. However, if you're not prepared for something to be that popular and you're putting something out there that wasn't ready for prime time, then you wind up with a headache. So I am glad that the Box Turtle community has been very good at assisting and helping one another. So I'm glad it's made your life a little bit easier, I hope. Yeah, the enclosure. I can't honestly see building an enclosure for the Box Turtle to be a super difficult thing. But at the same time, when your hands are full with one project, it's kind of hard to start and finish another. Take it from a guy with ADHD that starts many projects and never finishes any. Yes. But I am hoping that, I shouldn't say I don't finish any. I have been finishing a lot of stuff lately. So that's good. That's why this was the next thing on the docket, because this thing's been sitting and sitting and sitting, and I was tired of it not working. So we sat down and we made it work and made it function and got the Canbus all working. So I'm not afraid of Canbus anymore. So I'll install Canbus in the future on other stuff, depending on how things go. There may be a Trident 250 coming my way. I know that we all know who said that he would see what he could do. So we'll see if a 250 Trident comes my way. We all know that the magic number is 300. 300 is always a good size, but if it's free 99, you don't complain. So I will take and make good use of a 250 Trident. Yes, I will. And maybe we'll add a Box Turtle to that one too. And then maybe I'll have this little fella. You know, I should half a Box Turtle and do a 2-color for that. But 4 colors is just way better. Maybe do, oh, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because I don't want to do that to you, Armored Turtle. I really don't. But should I say it anyway, guys? It would be hard to get the filament spools to retract, but I think it would be possible. Are you ready? Since this guy is tiny but tall, a Box Turtle that's vertical instead of horizontal, do a 5 lane. Either that, or I could just lay the printer on its side over the top of it and just have it print on the side, and then as you know, print's cool, they just fall off into the, you know, into the side, and then it can actually start over and print again. I mean, it should be able to print on its back, on its side, upside down. It should be able to print in pretty much any orientation, you know. Yeah, just leave the printer on its side. Yeah, and just lay it over the top of the Box Turtle. Instead of having the feet mounted on the bottom, I have the feet mounted on whichever side it is. And then set it on top of the Box Turtle, or set the Box Turtle on top of it. A turtle should always be on its feet. Yes, yes, the turtle should always be on its feet. But now, this is just a thought though. Like a way to mount the 4 spools in stacked, you have like slide it in, but it would have to be able to roll the filament for the retract and detract. It would have to be able to spin the spool on the side of the spool instead of, or you'd have to have the wheels pinch into it. So you could always just have it lay on a set of wheels and have it roll one way and roll the other to spin the spool. But since not all the spools are flat cardboard or flat sided spools, that would be a pain in the ass. QGL, or yeah, the QLG quad level. Yeah, it's actually, it's funny that they still have the quad gantry level in there, and it's only a 3. It's got the 3 belts, so it's not technically quad gantry. It's tri-gantry leveling, or tri-level. Yeah, yeah. It is a Pandora's box, which is sorry, Armored Turtle. Yeah, it's the Pandora's box, which is a mod off of the V0. It just has a bit more of the, instead of being a separated, you know, top hat enclosure, it's all built in as the enclosure. It has 3 Z belts instead of 3 Z lead screws, so it's not a salad fork. And so I basically took the belts from the 2.4, the 3Z from the Trident, and then the V0, and just right into one printer. So it's a pretty cool little thing. I picked it up off of a guy on a barter on Facebook Marketplace. I was like, I have this, you have this. I'd like this. Would you like this? And he said, I would like this. And I said, so we made the trade. And he also gave me a bunch of miscellaneous parts because I explained to him that I was doing the 3D printing rehab project. 3D printer rehab project. I keep saying printing. It's not 3D printing rehab. It's 3D printer rehab. But I told him that I was doing that, and he was like, cool, I got a box of miscellaneous parts. Here you go. So he brought down some miscellaneous stuff to go along with it, but mostly I got that and the parts to go with it. A few miscellaneous things, some rails and other miscellaneous parts. So, but yeah, I mean, the overall goal for the stream tonight is going to be, when those parts are done printing, I'm going to print a plate of the 10mm nut little inserts to get them into the frame so that I can finish putting the, when I put the panels on, I'll have the side ones in. And then we'll go ahead and repair that back Z strut, Z mount, whatever you want to call it. We'll get that repaired. And then, yeah, I guess just get the belt put back in place. But we need those little captures first, because I got to put 2 of the nuts inside that little rail right here, this little white rail you see sitting against the bottom there. I got to put 2 of them in there because the back pulley, the back belt pulley needs one, and then the actual metal piece that will slide up and down as you tighten the screw that'll pull it up, that also needs one there too. So it uses 2 of the captured screws to tighten it into itself. So once you bring it up and tension your belt, you tighten those 2 screws in, and that holds it against the rail there. And I was doing it this way, but I should have did it this way. But you guys get it. The one thing I noticed about Pandora's box is there is no like build instructions for it. It's basically, you know, get the CAD file and just start blowing it apart to see what parts connected to what where. It would be nice if, you know, somebody built a decent, or wrote a decent guide for the Pandora's box on how to set it up. And Esoterical's website was awesome for setting up CAN, so thank you to Thorpe and Will and whoever else mentioned that. It was definitely a good follow along, like guide to follow along with. So I do appreciate that. If you're afraid of CAN, follow Esoterical's guide. You'll be okay. Well, you and Will were the ones that guided me through the Canbus setup. And you and Will were the ones that mentioned, oh, and Shane. I can't forget Shane too. Shane as well. It was you, Shane, and Will on that stream that had mentioned that. Who's Will? Will's another guy that comes into chat. Okay, those parts are done. We'll give it a few here to kind of cool down a little bit, and then we'll start. Let me get the little nuts. Let's make sure that let's see here. Mini fridge door, 10mm nuts. There they are. Okay, good. So we did unzip that. Let's go back to prep. Let's bring up the old right screen here. Let's delete these off real quick. Use the same settings. So we'll go back one. We need the mini fridge. Where's my mini fridge folder? You guys see it? There it is. All right. Grab the 10mm. Bam. There's only one. And how is it printing it? Just like that. Really? It prints like that? I mean, I can see why. It's pretty small. So, all right. That's the orientation. We'll give it a whirl like that. We're going to print several of them, though. So let's clone this about, I don't know, say 20 times. We'll make 20 of them. Not that we're going to need them all, but nice to have extras, right? Print it on the nut. You want me to print it on the nut? How would I get the nut in there to do that? As I say, I thought everybody just popped their nuts together. Josh, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. On the nut side. Oh, roll it so it's on the nut side. Okay. But that bridging should be fine. Yeah, you're right. It should be. Okay, let's go ahead and... Here, let's do this. Ready? Let's go back. Let's go back again. There we go. Let's take this one. We'll grab it here. We got that. Let's lay it on its face. We'll put it that way. There we go. Yeah, that'll put more real estate down too, so it should be good. Working on the Pandora's box right now too. Sweet, Josh. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I got to reprint some parts that were broken, and then I got the mini fridge door that came with it that the guy had brought along. So we're going to print I got the mini fridge door parts printed. So I'm going to make a bunch of these little 10mm nut inserts to put in the rail. I need a few, so I might as well do 20 of them. Shouldn't take very long. Let's go ahead and see. When we slice the plate, negative space, did you set some extrusion width too small? Didn't think I did. Let's go back here real quick. Let's see here. What extrusion width would have been too small? You learned to hate the 15-15 extrusion when building this thing? Yeah. I like I said, I got lucky and mine was pre-assembled, but I am realizing that tiny ass extrusion is definitely not anyone's favorite. I could see doing a Pandora's box in 2020 would probably be a little bit easier. It would just take resizing all the parts for 2020. Fill the bed with them. Not exactly sure what the hell it was bitching about with the extrusion. And now when I try to slice to read it again, there we go. Produces negative space. Did you set some extrusion width too small? What are we talking about here, guys? It's saying that flow space something produced negative spacing. So in flow, it's saying that there's negative spacing. Do. I'm not sure. You know, I also have had this up for a minute. Let's just say no. Let's restart it. One of your extrusion widths. Okay. Give me a second to reopen it anyway. We'll just reopen it, re-add them, and see. I am doing 5 walls top and bottom, so I probably don't need 5. That's probably part of my issue. Probably get away with 3, 3, and 3, or even less for as small as those are. So. I'm trying to do 5 walls on something that small. There ain't going to be room for 5 walls. So let's go ahead and add that back in again. Boom, boom. Let's just see something. Okay, well, that worked. And I know why. So let's go ahead and do this. Click here, click here, click here, drop it down. Let's go here. Brim is auto. Let's set that to no brim. Let's click on this guy, because I don't want to break all that brim off of it. Give it a second to lay them bad boys out. Let's slice plate now. There we go. I bet you it was because we had the brim on there and we were also doing it with 5, 5, and 5. Heading out for a bit, got some dinner to take care. All right, Chris Travis, have fun, enjoy your dinner, man. I hope it's a delicious dinner. 11 minutes, 45 seconds to do 20 of them. Yeah, we'll let that run, but I got to get these off of here. There we go. And this is actually an upgraded part 2 from the original file that I got for the Pandora's box off of the GitHub. So it'll be a nice little upgrade. Hopefully it fits without an issue. We got that off of there. Let's go ahead and hit print, upload, print, and switch. Now let's make sure this is going to fit in here without an issue. I probably should take the other side off, huh? Let's see. Yes, that will fit in there. I did put it in the wrong way like an idiot, because it should go in this way, I believe. No, it does go this way. Yeah. So we have to put the one screw back in from the top that holds that in there. And then this whole thing just kind of rides back in together. So we got to get it tipped up on its top. So we'll have to get it up on its top, take this other side panel off over here. And then we can kind of reach in, get those 2 little T-nuts put back in there, get them screws through where they all need to go. Let's see something here though. This one, yeah, we'll have to crank it through. But yeah, the holes for that one are a little tight. We'll make it work. We will make it work. So we got to take this guy off though, because this guy needs to go on here. It's the bearing stack, guys, bearing stack. Okay, so let's go back to this camera real quick here. Bam, there we go. I need to move that over here. I should take a USB hub and just take this USB cable. I've got this nice long heavy duty one, put a USB hub over here and put the switcher over here. But to show you, this is the stock part that was on it. And you can see this broke out of the middle here. So the screw wasn't even captured in this anymore, because it had a very thin, it was very thin there. So that kind of broke out. Can't stand 1515. Exactly, Armor Turtle. That's what a lot of us are all saying. But here's the upgraded part. It's a little bit thicker here, and then it's actually flat, so the screw head sits against here. It's not recessed in and then breaks out. The other screw goes through there, and then there's, instead of having a screw that comes from the top down into here grabbing this to pull it up, it actually uses an angled slot, and you put the screw in and it goes in and grabs and then pulls it up that way. So it'll come down or pull up into itself. And then here is the other half that we got to put a heat insert into, and then this will just ride up and down right here. And that's how that'll all go together. So we'll heat it insert with a screw, so we'll have to make sure that we get the tensions right and everything when we go to, we'll have to find a screw that'll be of the right height and won't bottom out, because they did not make it so that the screw, it's not a pass-through hole. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. A little bit better. But the screw can't go up through this hole and out the top. So you can't use a really long screw, and you obviously need something that's long enough that it'll grab into the heat insert, which over time I can see that being a heat insert and it not coming in from the back side, coming in on this side. I can see that over time probably pulling out too. So this is probably another, you know, probably another revision for this part coming down the road, I'm guessing. But then that would go and just kind of pull up to itself. So there's two screws here, screw here that goes into the top of the extrusion, and then there is a spot in the back here for a zip tie for the wire harness to be zipped into this. So we'd have to put one heat insert in here, and then we'll have to transfer the wherever the heck I put it. I just had it, the bearing stack and everything on the old one. Where did I set that down, guys? Did you see? Did you see where I set it? Being an idiot, and I get in my ADHD. Well, here's the part, but I need the bearing stack for it that was broken out of it. It's around here somewhere. I know it is. I'll find it. It's just, this is why having ADHD and just setting shit down and moving on to the next thing bites you in the butt, because now I'm looking for two bearings, a screw, and a nut. And I don't know where the hell I put them. We're going to set these on the door so we don't lose those. Here's the parts for the door. Busy with other things. Wait, what are we talking about here? You should create a 1515 box turtle. Yeah, don't do that, please. I mean, Thorpe, if you're bored, feel free, my man, feel free. I'm pretty sure that Armored Turtle will be more than happy to let you build the V0 box turtle. He'd probably even let you take credit for it too. So if you're feeling it, he'd probably let you take credit for it. He might even let you have some of that LDO money. I have got to find these damn bearings because I'm going to need them and I don't have them. So I've got to find this or it's going to cause me all kinds of hell, guys. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. I'm going to have to start taking everything off this stupid counter. Did I put it? No, I did not. Okay. Here's magnets we'll need too. Coffee cup. Got all this random crap up here. Now I'm trying to figure out where the hell. Where did I set that little bearing stack? I don't have the bearings. Gotta find that bearing stack, guys. Move stuff out of the way, Dan. Move stuff out of the way. Look on the floor. Did it roll off and I just didn't hear it hit the ground? No. Did I? It's not in the pockets. It's not in the pockets. FL Sun Super Racer instructions. Put it with the FL Sun. That's garbage, so that goes under there. There we go. This is my toolkit. This is the worst right now because I just had it and I just showed you guys the bearing stack. Where the hell did I set it after I did that? I have a feeling it says I'm not even close. Like, I just feel like I'm not even close to finding it because it's not in this spot, I don't think. Here's my drink. There's that. What kind of idiot puts down a small little bearing stack when he's got tons of crap all over his desk? This one. Hey, I did drop it on the floor, guys. Woohoo! We found it. Bearing stack. Bearing stack. Ta-da! Uh-oh. What happened here? Time to clean up the office? Yeah. I gotta scroll over here real quick. For some reason, my stream window crashed out over there, so I couldn't see the chat no more. Yep. Still streaming after 55 minutes. There we go. I don't believe your actual bearing stack. What? Oh. Okay. So, bearing stack. We put screw through hole. I don't know if this screw is going to be long enough. I'm going to have to break out the drill and the drill bits, aren't I? Let's see. Nope. It made it. Okay. Okay, so spacer, bearing, other bearing, and then, yeah, that should be plenty fine. And then other spacer. Whoopsie. We're going to lose the spacer there. Other spacer. And then the nut will have to go into the little guy inside the rail, in the guide in the rail, but I don't want to lose this for now. So we're going to try like hell to get the nut on there. There we go. There, now we'll be less likely to lose the bearing stack because it's stacked. There we go. And then we just need to make sure that screw goes through just as far. So we'll put this one and try to get that one through the hole. There we go. Ta-da. And then there's that one. And those two, I know you guys can't see very well because it's way up there, but those two will ride in there. Once we get the nut inside the hole, should be better. And then this guy sits right here on this back rail and slides up and down with the belt on it. So we just gotta get the belt up through there as well. There we go. And then that will pull all of this up into place. And that'll put the tension on the belt like it needs to. So there we go. We'll print those little, we got them little captive nut parts printing. Those look like they're printing okay so far. And thanks to the SliceWorks dip plate, triple dip, baby, they're holding quite well. You guys want to see? You guys want to see what it looks like? Here. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at them little guys printing. That K1 is just whipping them out, man. Oh, this one. Sorry. There we go. Oh, that camera's not working now. What the heck is going on? Let me get my... Let's go here. Deactivate, reactivate. Come on. Bring it back. No? All right. We'll just go back here then. There we go. I'll just do this. Since I'm standing more today, we'll just do that. So guys, also, I want to give a little shout out to my boy Shammy. Go to XR Bunker Works. As a math magician, yes, that's some craziness. Number of lanes times 90 millimeters plus 44 millimeters. You know, how many lanes fits the 350? So basically you need to add the 44 millimeters for the on each end with 90 millimeters for each spool. Basically each assembly takes up, or each lane takes up 90 millimeters, and then you need 44 millimeters, 22 millimeters for each side. Got it. All I'm saying is, I think, let's see here. Hold on. Let's see. I think 2 lanes is about all I'm getting then. So this is 230 millimeters across. So 90 and 90 is 180. 180 and 44 is 224. Right? Add 90 and 90 is 180. Add 180. Yeah, so 180 and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'd only get 2. Okay, so I could build a baby box turtle. So I could do a baby box turtle. 34 millimeters if someone does a 15-15 box turtle. Dan's creating a 15-15 box turtle. Armor turtle, if you resize all the parts for 15-15, and I'll try to convince the DDL PDF guys to send me the links of extrusion I need. So if you resize all the parts, I'll be the asshole to make it. Just put that out there for right now. I mean, I'm sure I could probably get Jason to do it. We could probably get Jason to, you know, send me the links of extrusion that I needed. I don't want to do it, Thorpe. I'm the print the parts and build the thing. I'm not the design the parts kind of guy. I don't do design. I don't do CAD. I'm very dumb when it comes to CAD. I let the smart people who CAD things CAD, and then I just build the things that they CADed and go, look at this awesome thing, and this is the person that made it. Saves me that way. What do you think? Once those are done, should we mount the brackets for the door first? I am kind of concerned about one thing, because I'm looking at this and I'm realizing that that's not how that goes. So that's got to go here, and with the panel on it, this part doesn't fit in place right. So we'll have to figure out how the heck to get that in there, because with these thicker panels, I may have to print the thinner pieces. This may be meant for, from the looks of it, I think I printed the parts that were meant for no side panels, which would be weird, or not no side panels, but like thinner panels. But looking at it, it's the same thickness across. Should be a little beefier, I would think, because that wants to then rock in and not sit flush. But then that, no wait, because this would sit in here. Uh-oh. I think I have a... Oh, that's because I'm putting the wrong part in the wrong place. I'm a jackass. Did I actually print this side? I think I did. No, this goes over here. Yeah. There we go. I put the wrong piece on the wrong side, guys. That was my problem. I'm an idiot. Don't mind me, I put the wrong part in the wrong place. I kind of forget that the part that the pin actually sits in goes on the side. And then those would sit like so. Yeah, you guys can't even see it anyway. Doggo's moving around. These parts don't fit, dumb CAD guy. No, I don't. I don't ever blame the CAD guy. I blame my printers. I'm not stupid, man. I don't look the gift horse in the mouth. I'm not other streamers. I'm not naming names, but there are some streamers that blame the guy who CAD'd it, not the printer that printed it. I mean, unless it's like way, way off, then I might be like, I wonder who did this. It's him. He does that. Thorpe, it's not me. These should be done pretty quick, guys, and then we can kind of carry on with some more stuff. We got 98%. So yeah, it should be done here pretty quick. 99. It says they're done, but they're not. But let's get this other panel off. It just finished. So let me get this other panel off real quick so we can get in here and work a little easier. Take this side off. This one off. I'm probably going to pull all the panels, to be honest with you. I just put them on because I was curious, you know? Drop the screwdriver. See what I mean? I got like fumble fingers like crazy tonight. I need these all off anyway so I can actually, let's stand it back up for a minute. I do need to get the Wi-Fi set up on this thing. It would be nice to not have to have it wired in. So let's take this one off. This one off. Let's cut this filament free. It's just a 2 trees spool of white PLA just for shits and giggles, because oddly enough I keep getting filament, but it's never for me, it's for the giveaway printers or for the rehab printers. So I have all this filament that I'm getting, but I'm never ordering any for me because I was a broke bitch. So, and every time I order filament, I ask if it'd be possible to get a couple rolls of ASA for myself. And I keep getting told, order what you need. If you need something for yourself, go ahead and get it. And then, like a dingus, I don't ever order for myself. I just order for the printers, because you guys that know me know that for some reason I have a bad habit of not getting stuff for myself first. You know, like I always try to take care of other people first. It gets me in trouble with my wife, because when we're in need and I'm giving to other people, she's like, stupid. It's okay to tell people no, because we need to, you know, you gotta take care of us. So I do tend to dig holes for us. That being said, I will put this out there. My daughter has a volleyball tournament on Sunday. We have to pay to get in, we have to pay to get there, and we have to put gas in a vehicle. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo are down below if you want to help with that. There we go. I did my due diligence. I did my asking. I asked you guys for some assistance. I'm going to have to probably take that camera and bring it down here and push it in so you guys can kind of see a little better. So let's move some stuff over a little farther. And then, since I don't have this camera up yet, I can take this camera down. And then, there we go. Put this kind of like this, and let's see how that looks. Let's Let's see when we switch here. Bench cam. There we go. Let's focus again. There we go. You guys can kind of see where I'll be working. Let me turn this more this way. Then you guys can kind of see the area in which I'll be working. Let me move the hot end over. I'll be working right in here. So set that off to the side for a moment. Get these little guys out. Read chat, get caught up. And AFC, Squad, VC, and Discord. Some nights you stream working on the... Oh, the 8-track. Yeah. The 8-track was awesome, man. I love seeing that thing. That was awesome. Saw you at Rocky Mountain with it. And then, Armor Turtle, didn't you go to Midwest Rep Rap Fest the year before? Were you at Midwest Rep Rap Fest? I remember talking and chatting with you at Rocky Mountain. I just can't remember if you were at Midwest too. Midwest has pretty much just become like, you know, the hangout. Wouldn't it be easier to take the back panel off? Probably, Thorpe. You're right, it probably would. I should probably do that too, huh? Get this to cool down a little bit and see if it'll release a little easier. Let me take the back panel out. Thorpe's a pretty smart guy. I give him credit. He gives me crap and I give him credit. See how that is? Such a great relationship Thorpe and I have. He hurts my feels and I love Thorpe. I love him unconditionally. If you ask Thorpe, I'm old enough to be his dad, even though he's only like a year older than me, or younger than me, or maybe 2. Let's set this over here too. Let's set these over here. And then we'll leave that there because I need some of those parts. Let's get some of these 10 mil little guys off of here. Break some of these loose. We'll set them on top of the door as well so we don't lose them. They're coming off pretty nice. This freaking SliceWorks plate, man. By the way, I do have an affiliate link for SliceWorks down there in the description. So if you guys want to go buy a SliceWorks dip plate, help a guy out. I get a little something every time you guys buy something from SliceWorks if you use my affiliate link. And I also have the code MMN, which will get you 5% off your order. So there is that too. So if you guys want to help me out that way, that helps greatly. There we go. It will be much easier to get to everything now. There's actually a third nut in there, which is weird. Let me see something here. Okay, there's one. I only need 2 in this thing. For whatever reason, there's 3. Let me make sure that they're... Let's make sure these are right. Yes. Only been to Earth and Rocky Mountain. Okay. So then I saw you at Rocky Mountain with the 8-track. I remember that. That thing's hard to miss, man. Everything looks awesome. I just don't have a printer that can use an 8-track right now, but it's not to say at some point I won't. Yeah, most people would call having a third nut kind of weird. Yeah, it is. It is one of those weird, you know, I got 3 nuts. I'm trying to see if I can get this one out of here because it looks like the hole might be not meant. It looks like maybe that one might have got stripped out and he left it in there and just put another one in because there was room. There we go. Let's take a look. Let's see if this one's stripped out or not. No, it's not. Okay. It is not stripped out. Well, actually, it kind of, yeah, it is. It is stripped out. It's in this weird angle. Like, look at this. Look at that. See how it's going in? So this one's no good. So I don't know why the hell he left it in there. That was weird. But let's get these other two back in there because we'll need them in the holes. So let's get these two down inside here. I'm sorry, guys, you can't really see what I'm doing. I wish you could. I'll bring you in as best I can. That did not drop into place like I was hoping it would. These are some weird little T-nuts. Kind of wishing I hadn't taken them out now. I'm going to get that heat set in there too. So we're going to have to figure out how to get these to drop into place the right way. I wonder if I just shake the hell out of it. Let me move you guys back for a second. Yep, I'm not sure how I'm going to get those in there now. They came right out, which is the messed up part, but it won't go back in. But I do need to get those back down in there, so we'll work on that. But let's get this heat insert in first. So let's grab the heat inserts out. Nobody likes watching heat inserts get put in, so I'm not going to necessarily torture you with that, but you can kind of watch me melt my finger. Thorpe loves that. We'll move this. We'll put it down. Here we go. Get that in at the angle that will give us as much of a straight down as we can get. There we go. One heat insert inserted. Oh, you guys didn't even see shit anyway. There we go. One heat insert inserted. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of got focused on getting this heat insert in and not in showing you anything. There we go. Got a little bit of green on the tip there, a little alien. It's a little alien. JPP, what's going on, man? Kegel, good to see you. Nice, how was the trip? Who had a trip? What'd I miss? Oddly enough, there. Get that smashified down in there a little bit, and then we'll actually hit it with the wrench or the screwdriver to make sure that it stays down in there. It kind of wanted to come back out. There we go. All right. Had a very positive interview yesterday. Oh, yes, I did. I had a very positive interview yesterday. For those who didn't hear earlier, I'm hopefully going back to college, get my associate's degree 20 years after I started. 46 years old. Hopefully, if all goes well, I'll have my associates by August. So fingers crossed, all that works out. Now we got to figure out how the heck to get... I'm going to spin this guy around this way now and put the back towards me and bring you guys in kind of like this. See those two little flat nuts there? We have to try to figure out how to get these two little flat nuts to kind of lay down inside the channel again. And I got these wires and everything all kind of in the way. I know. Dom, good to see you. Woohoo, school, good for you. Yes, I know. Back to school with me. This old man is going back. Gonna get himself an associate's degree in computer network administration. The job I've been doing for the last 9 years. I'm gonna get my certificate or my administrative associates in it. It's only my field for the last, 9 years, straight 9 years. So take a flat nut and round off one side. I'm not going to try and grind it. That it came right out, so I know it can be put back in there. We just got to figure out what magic trick we need to use. I don't have a grinder nearby anyway. There are certain tools that I just do not possess, and that's one of them. But if we can get this zip tie to push one edge down into the channel a little bit, I wonder if I lay it on its side, if that would make it easier to get where it needs to, or not on its side, lay it on its front. That's what I mean to say. Let's move this back. Lay this here on its front. Put you guys right back up in the business. Well, let's see if we take a zip tie here. Hey, look at that. Take a zip tie, lay it on its front. Take a zip tie and just kind of tap at it. And that one went in. See if we can get this one to do the same. Let's come at it from the same. Okay, there we go. I think we just got both of them in, didn't we? Yes, we did. All right. They are both in place, guys. There we go. To get this top screw in, we're going to have to stand it back upright and go from the top. So I'm going to get this top in first. So let's stand this back up. Okay. Let me take this top panel off real quick so I can get into everything. You know. Get all these panels back off. Putting the panels on was fun for a moment, but it was more or less just annoying and in the way. There we go. Bring y'all in this way. And let's move the hot end out of the way now. There we go. We need to take one screw of one length. Length is to be determined real quick here. Let me see. That's not the right. It's not the right bit. We need to go to a smaller bit. Thorpe likes playing with his nuts. On camera, no less, Thorpe. On camera. I enjoy doing that on stream for others to see. It's not even behind a paywall either. Look at that. I'm doing this for free. I'm doing this for you guys. Look how generous I am. You know? I'm just trying to give back to the community. You know, you guys are here for a show. Let's give you the show. There we go. Let's get this twisted down and then see if we can strip out those threads a little bit there, because this part doesn't need to do anything more than just be a hole. There we go. Let's back this out a little. Also, had a positive interview yesterday. Good job, Thorpe, man, brother. Fingers crossed. Hope all goes well with that. Disassemble the whole thing and reassemble with 2020. Sounds like a plan. Your wife went back to school to get a teaching degree. She graduated in 2 months. She said it was frustrating being old enough to be the parents of the kids in the class. Josh, I feel that pain, because when I first took the classes myself, many years ago, oh, this is going to be fun to figure out. Shit, because we're going to have to line up those nuts after we get this thing in place. Because we got to put the top screw in first, I believe, because I don't think we'll be able to get that and that to line up if we don't. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see what kind of craziness ensues real quick. Let's get this down in here and see if we can get those T-nuts, those little mini T-nuts, to kind of come to place. If anybody's wondering, it's Galaxy Green is the green color used here. It's the Polymaker Galaxy Green ASA. There's that. All right. Hey, guess what I forgot to do before I did that, guys? Anybody remember what I said I needed to put in there first before I did that? So let's take this back out and back off, because I am a dumbass. It's the Christmas printer. It's actually more of a, it's green, white, red. So, but yeah, it's more red than green at the moment though on the actual printer. But yeah, there's some green bits. I need to reprint the mount now for the LGX, because I have the LGX light on this I put on it since I had it. I figured why not, right? Let's go LGX. There we go. All right, now let's get some of these 10 millimeters. I have some M3 10 millimeter nuts. So let's grab some of these, and there we go. There's one. Let's get it lined up right. There we go. They're not fitting all that tight, so go figure. Well, let's see if we can at least get two of them down inside the channel. There we go. Oh, come on, you're lining up. You're just falling around a little bit. I'll drop them in. We can find them later if we need to. Okay. There's one. And there's two. They just plummeted straight down. So they should be captured in there now. Is this one of the... No, that's the bad one. Okay. That is the bad one. Take that out of there. I just scheduled a live stream for later this evening. JPP, that is badass, brother. I'm going to stream. What time you guys planning on streaming tonight, you and the missus? Or is it just you? Missus going to be at work? Let me tip this back a little bit. I'm using a non... Let's see here. Okay. Uh-oh. Did I actually tip that forward and knock them out of there? It looks like I might have. Oh, I must have knocked them out, so maybe that is one of them. Damn it. Where did the other one go? It isn't that one. So yeah, there it is. It's over here. I did knock them out, so that was my own stupidity. Sorry, gang. Well, get my big old fat hand in the way and then get everything in the way. Move all this stuff out of the way. Tip this back down again. Bring you guys over to backside. Don't get no crazy ideas now. JPP, post a link. There you go. Good job, Dan. It's going to be you and the missus. Good. Good, good, man. Good. All right. Let's see here. Get that one up and in place. And then we'll get... Let's try something here. Yeah, that ain't going to work that way. I got these cables. I should not have... Oh, I should not have zip tied everything into place yet. But there we go. See, that one is there, that one is there, but do those line up still? Let's take a look. Yes, they do. All right, so if we leave those there, we should be good. And then let's flip this around. I am going to do this, guys, on its side a little bit. So I do apologize. You're not going to see too much at the moment while I get this one part screwed in. It's just easier to do it this way, I guess. Maybe. Let me turn this a little bit. Got that started. I want to pull just a little bit of tension off. I'm going to try and crank this thing down. The cool part is I'm looking at this and I'm realizing the way they've got that. It's a nice little added extra zippy tie. Okay. There's that. Bring that back up. And then get my 2 little screws. Wherever they went. Here's one. Because I believe let's make sure that's lined up there with the nut. There we go. It is lined up. There's the other screw. I was like, where the hell did my other screw go? The other little guy. Right here. Okay, let's see. Get this cable chain moved out of the way. Let's grab our actual wrench here for our actual driver. Oops. There's one. Let's get this other one going real quick, and then we'll try to dig up the 2 nuts that were down in there, and then we'll start reassembling that. We'll have to lay it on its side here. JPP, you taking off? All right, man. Have fun. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of jail. Make good choices. All that fun stuff. I think this one I didn't line up, so let's check it and make sure it's lined up. Sorry about the eardrums to anybody that heard that real loud and proud in your ear. Be faster to get an impact. Built over bought, Bob, brother. Yes, yes, it would be. But sadly, we may be here longer if I did that. Okay. There we go. Get this back in the hole. Dadgummit. Let's see something here. Yeah. Let me go a little bit shorter on this screw. I just realized something, guys. I think I'm a dumbass, and I may have to take that all back apart again, because I use my 2.5 screw or 2.5 nuts, not my M3s. So that explains why they were fitting just a little too loose, huh? So yeah, because the M3s fit quite a bit better. So your boy's an idiot and has to undo what he just freaking did, because I'm using 2.5 screws, and I don't know that 2.5s will work for this situation. Let me see here. Where did that go? Yeah. Yeah, those are M3s, not M2.5s. I would be in a world of hurt right now if I didn't just catch that. Need to get a Fry Snowman etched in the side panel. Nah, I just had Happy Manufacturing just did the Maker My Nexus on it for me. He actually sent me all the panels except for the back and the bottom. He redid all the panels. because I wasn't sure what I had and they looked kind of garbagey, and he was like, dude, I got you. I'm like, sweet, thanks, Happy. So let's undo everything I just doed again. And instead of trying to dig those two M2s or M2x5s out of there, I'm just going to leave them hide because they're down low and out of the way. And for all I know, they actually fell the hell out, but they don't look like they did. Nope, they're hiding under there. They're down out of the way. They ain't going to hurt nothing in the rail. So I'm just going to leave this thing sit on the side. Do 2 of the M3x5 or the M3s and shove them back in there. There we go. 2 of the M3 nuts. Get them down in there the right way. So we got 2 random M2x5s or 2.5s in there. So if anything ever down the road I wanted to do something dumb, I could put something in there with it. But there we go. Let's move these down. There. Those are out of the way. Now let's get this back in here, hopefully for the last stinking time. Right? Hopefully it's the last stinking time. Take them out. Dan, no way, Thorpe. I'm not moving this thing back onto its top to try and slide them out of there. They ain't gonna hurt nothing. All they're gonna do is potentially rattle around, make a little noise. I'm okay with it. However, Thorpe, when you build your Christmas themed 3D printer, I will support your decision to take those out of there. I will totally support your decision. And worst case, I can take them out the bottom. There we go. Nice part is when I'm done, I can use this zip tie that I took to fasten the cables to right there. Thorpe, you just like watching me struggle, and I know that. So I know part of your mischievousness is because you just want to see me struggle all over again, because you know that it provides content. And you just love to watch me struggle. Like I said, you love to watch me on that bus, don't you? I would never. No, Thorpe, you would never want me to struggle. Thorpe is the guy who's always got my back. That is when he's pushing me into the struggle bus. Right, Thorpe? You always got my back pushing me on that struggle bus? There we go. Oh, yeah. There it is. Let's see. Tighten that one down. We'll tighten that one down. There we go. All right. That is solid. Nice. That ain't going nowhere now. Remember, if you don't say it ain't going nowhere, it's going somewhere. Now I got to take this, put it back through here. This is that lovely pain in the butt part now where I've got to take this nut off. And then we have to line up these 2 nuts with these 2 right here. So let's see if we can pull this one down a little bit more. Give me some room to work with. I'm going to try and get this bottom one in first. I just want to get it started. Let's see, did we get it? We did. Okay, now we can push this one back. And I know you guys can't really see it, and that's fine. Just know I am trying to get it lined up as best I can. Okay, we got them both. Yeah, buddy. We captured them both. We keep them a little loose so that we can slide things back and forth, and then we'll tighten both of these down. once we get this pulled back up past that rough spot, and really that's still pretty weak. We may have to take this apart and take some of that belt out of there, because it is pretty much, let's see, yeah, it's touching, and it's not still very floppy. So when we shove a screw through there, yeah. All right, let's see, we're gonna go with a big boy head. Big boy head. Get this on here, and let's just see what size screw that is, shall we? I didn't start the screw first, so that's going to bite me right square in the buttocks. Let's see. Yeah, that just jumped all the way up in there. This is a pain in the ass with the motor there. Trying to get that to line up and catch. Boy, is that a pain in the ass. It's not hitting right. I need a ball end. Yeah, let me see if I got a ball end to get in there a little better. All right, Thorpe, I'll look for a ball end. See if I got a ball end that'll fit in there. Is this the right one? Let's see. Hey, look at that. There's a ball end. It's just this weird little, like, gap that I'm in, that I'm trying to look at this, and it's just not. It's almost like I got to undo what I did to do what I got to did. Gosh darn it. This is a pain in the ass. Come on. Please tell me you're grabbing. No. It's everywhere but where I need it to be. Doesn't that figure? Longer screw maybe? Yeah, I could now if I do a longer screw, because of the angle in which it goes in, it doesn't actually line up right. It's just weird. Just weird, like it's angled on an angle. So, and then shorter screw in one spot, guys. Hold on. The screw head's in the damn way. That's part of my problem. So let's move this back. Take that down. This screw I thought was tightened all the way down, and it's not. It's actually too long, and it's sticking out. So let's get a shorter screw for this one, so the damn screw head goes in. Use a short end of an Allen. Yeah, I need a smaller screw Smaller screw. This one's just, I think this is a 10 mil, and I think I need an 8 mil. But I need an 8 mil with not, this is not the right 8 mil. Damn it. Let's see something though. Or maybe it's even smaller at a 6 mil. Let me check this against a 10 mil real quick. Yeah, this is a 10 mil, so that goes back in the 10 mil bin. I need an 8 mil. It'll get the head sucked in a little bit farther. And I don't have a button head. I don't have a button head 6 mil. Let me look on the table real quick and see if I just happen to have a 6 mil button head floating around. Which is fine. I have one. It'll go. It's not a button head, it's a flat head. So it's got the tapered, it's got a taper on it, but it should hopefully hold the way I need it to. I can always remember this and come back to it. It's not a hard screw to get to. But just for tonight, and probably several months or a year, or till it breaks finally, and then it creates the problem that I have that I didn't need, that I could have solved by not doing this in the first place, kind of a thing. God damn it. Between the belt, go back. The belt was kinked just right. It just keeps pushing it back at me. There we go. Let's see if that brings it down in out of the way enough. Now let's get the short end in here, Mr. Dan. By the way, Dan Adams, it is so good to see you, sir. Let's see. Now if we push past this little trouble spot here. There. Okay. Now let's switch to the ball end real quick and see if that goes up far enough now. It dropped back into this. There's a spot in the channel here that's a little kind of messed up a little bit. It got a little chewed up from previous ownership, I'm thinking. There. Now let's see if that went up far enough to actually grab where it needed to grab. Look at that. Get the damn, maybe? No. It was close. It was close. And I get my hand out of the damn light so I can see a little better here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to do things. Hit it with a file. Yeah. This design is definitely a bit more troublesome than the previous one. The other file, I just needed a smaller screw, and I probably would have been fine. There we go. It bit. All right, we got it. Now let's get that short end in there and see if we can tighten it down some more. There we go. And then part of the problem we're going to have is we got to make sure we push up on this bearing here. We're going to have to loosen or take out some of this extra belt here. So we're going to have to loosen this guy up a little bit and see if we can cut out just a couple of links of the belt. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, based on what we currently have, let's move that up a little bit so we can get this a little more centered. We know that one side of it is good. You guys like being right up in the business, as it were? We don't have to really cut too much because of the way this thing is designed. We just gotta pull it a little taunter. You know, a little saunter. Let's move this up just a couple of clicks on this end. And then put this. Oh, let's put this one back in a little. I do think this would have been better designed. I mean, I get why it's like that. It's trapping the belt. But it is definitely, I wish I had longer belt so I could put the screw back in and then pull it more, because there's not a lot here for me to kind of work with, you know. Gonna have to loosen that bolt I just fought with to try and get the slack I need. There. Take this back, and then we'll move this one to right here, and then we'll take this side and we'll go anybody wants to build this, here's the headaches. Jeepers creepers. There. Now, let's lift this up out of the way. Slide this back in. Tighten that down and cross our fingers we can get this thing back together. Son of a biscuit. Oh, anybody else got a headache right now? Built, overbought. All three belts need to be the exact same, so can check them. Yeah. Yep. I got you, Thorpe. I know. Technically. And I get you. I get what you're saying. And I understand the technically. There. And technically we'll cross that bridge another day. There. There's that. Because now we have to figure out how we got it the first time and see if we can get this damn thing to go in a second time. You guys can't really see too much. There. Come on, fingers work today. Doggo is passed out, if anybody cares. Doggo watch, he is passed out under the desk still. This part's a pain in the ass. Trying to fight this one screw to get where it needs to be. Golly, golly. Look at this not wanting to be. Chuck that printer across the house by now. Messing with that. Armored turtle. Agreed. It's a pain in the ass. But I really have gone this far. Or I have already, I should say. Not really, but I have already gone this far. There is no going back now. The only thing I could do, and the way this thing is designed at a 45-degree angle here. This slice is at a 45. So it's not even like you could put a screw, like a longer screw in, because it's still going to run into the frame before it gets up to where the screw head is. So this part would have been great if they would have just printed it as one piece, you know, because there's no tensioning this belt after this. Like, there really isn't. What they should have did was made the little slider thing here where, like, maybe you have a screw head through the top of this, or have a screw in at a 45 or something that you can get into to pull the whole thing up into place. But this right here is just a giant pain in the ass. And I'm sure if there was a build guide for this thing somewhere, and get me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe there was. You need a pry bar. Yeah, I need something. This is a pain in the ass. I do wonder with it laying down if that's part of my problem, because I can get it. Because I can push against this belt enough. Trying to a different approach at it, guys. I'm like right over your shoulder. I wonder who wrote the book on love. Let's loosen this just a little bit more. Okay. Just a little bit looser now. Let's see if it'll push out far enough. Did I knock the screw out? I did. I knocked the damn screw out. Try taking the pulley stack out and then install it. Install the block. Yeah, that was a thought too. Thorpe was trying to get the pulley stack out of it. And then I might be able to do something and get a longer screw in there. I don't know. But it wouldn't be much longer, which wouldn't give me much more freedom. Because the pulley stack, or the bearing stack, would be a little bit easier to line up the nut with later. So let's do the old Thorpe method here. Let's give Thorpe some credit, guys. Everybody throw some cheers in chat for Thorpe. That's not even me. Well, the bearing stack's going to have them damn spacers in it, though, so that's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass to put back on. Damn it. Why did I listen to Thorpe? Oh, Thorpe. You're making more work for me now. Now I got to fight these bearing stacks. That might be a little easier, though. Not going to lie. It's probably going to be a lot easier. Okay. Get that out of there. Get this. I am proud of your advice, laughing my ass off. Yeah, I gotta remember what size this is. M3 by 10, because this screw head is stripped all the shit. Yeah. At least I think it's the screw head, not the ball end. Yeah, it was the screw head. Okay. Screw in hole. Screw right into hole. Let's crank this down. Did that really just flip and strip out in there? Let's see something. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna need the short end here. Okay. There. Okay, now the fun part. Trying to figure out how to stack this bearing stack back. And then hope that we can get the bearing stack in there. I mean, it looks like it'll be a bit of a fight. A little bit of a tight fight. But I think we can make it happen. Loosen the belt first. That was the reason I just undid all that, was to get the belt. I'm going to have to see if I have some longer belt that we can redo the belt with. So I'm going to have to dig through for some belt. See if I have some belt floating around. Because this belt is just a little too long, but a little too short. So let's loosen this up. Just say the hell with it. We'll pull the damn belt out. We'll see if we can find some more belt or figure something out. Can you undo the bottom pulley at all? It's on the motor. So let's tighten this back up. Let's take a look at the motor. Damn, he's got that. I hope he ain't got that Loctited. I mean, I hope he does, but I hope he doesn't, you know. Okay, that one came loose. That'll be a whole lot easier to slide it back over the motor. There. At least it might be. We'll see. We'll see. We'll give this a whirl and see if we can do anything with it over the motor. It doesn't look like it's going to be a pain in the ass the way this part, like the way this whole thing is. It's just going to be easier to try and find some belt. So we'll just take this off. We'll just see if we can find some belt. We'll go with something a little bit. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. Let's get this bearing stack put back together now. Get that put back in there. Considering I just kind of fought that bearing stack into place. Lay it on its side this way. Grab the chair so I can get down low enough. And then bring you guys down here. Bearded Bucket, have a good night, sir. Have a good night. I am now going to try and build a bearing stack on its side. Here. Let's get that one over. Good. The fun part is going to be getting that other spacer in place. So let's see if we can get the bearing and the spacer together. And if we can pull down on it just enough. If I had a dab of grease, I could put a little dab of grease to hold this spacer in place. Because, like a lot of things, a little dab will do ya. Let's see. Oh, I didn't think I'd get that fucking lucky. There's my F-bomb, guys. I didn't think I would get that fucking lucky. Holy cow. I had the bearing stack went together pretty easy. Now we just have the headache of finding that nut. Okay. The nut's kind of in place. We can tip it on its side now because the screw is through, I hope. Tip it up just a little bit. There it is. Okay. So let's see if we can get this back out just a little bit. All right. You guys aren't seeing shit. Why don't you say something? There. We all vote torch the printer, huh? I vote I want this thing printing. I am voting for get it working. I'm the only one voting for that right now, and that's fine. I am perfectly content being the only one voting for that right now. Because I gotta end up just taking this whole damn thing back apart, pulling that out again, putting the bearing stack back together again in the right order. When you have everything together, sometimes it's just easier to just cut your loss, trying to save yourself the headache, and just cut some more belt. Because like right now, the printed part is just a little too taut, and it's holding the screw. There we go. That dropped enough, I'm sure. Oh, there we go, brother. All right. Did we catch the nut though? Because I had everything lined up. I did the bearing stack first because that was the easiest one to catch. And now it's the last one I'm doing, and it's not as easy. Because I think I overshot it and put that nut back now up behind it. All right, let's undo what we just did because we're a freaking glutton for punishment. Let's redo this and just cut some belt, you know? Or see if we can put a longer screw in there that gives us a little bit more to work with. It's just that 45-degree angle doesn't work as well as one would possibly think. It should be an elongated hole, so as you tighten it up, it can shift into place more. So that's my call. Should have made this an elongated hole. You know what I mean? Elongulation. Okay. There went my spacer out. But let's move this back down now. Let's take this one out. Am I going to give it away? Hell no. Not after all this fighting and arguing I've done. I'm keeping this sumbitch. This is my little sumbitch. Why, Thorpe? You going to try and figure out a way to rig the giveaway in your favor because you want this after I'm done with it so you can critique everything I screwed up on the streams when I was working on it? Just curious. You know. But there we go. So now we got this one. Let's get this. Okay, that one's in. Push that back a little bit. Swing it around. Move this up a little. Actually, take that one out. No, but you seem to always just give away your printers. Well, Thorpe, I like to give back to those, man. I like to get people into 3D printing, and sometimes I do dumb things, and like I said earlier, I do make a lot of poor decisions that my wife does get angry with me about. Like when we're broke and I'm giving away money and filament and things like that when I'm paying for it out of my own pocket. You know, I help people in the community and then it bites us in the butt. Yeah, she does tend to get upset about that. And rightfully so. I mean, we can't afford it and I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like, that is stupid on my part. I'm going to try to go with a little bit longer screw and see if I can make it work and get it to line up. Because I can always cut some more of that belt out and then use the tension to tighten it up. So let's try this really long one here and see if we can get that to kind of go into place. Like I said, I'm pretty sure if I take this and was to elongate that hole, loosen this back up. If you elongated that hole so this screw could flex within the hole here, it would be a whole lot better. Because like right now, XR Bunker Works, join the crew. What's going on, Shammy? Hey everybody, it's Shammy. If you don't know who Shammy is, where you been? Everybody go check out xrbunker.works. Go check it out. He makes a lot of cool PCB boards and stuff, some of which get used in mostly Vorons, but he can do all kinds of stuff because he is a madman. So go check him out. Tell Shammy you love him. If you don't love him, you better love him. He may be a proud sponsor of someone's birthday giveaway coming up here. So definitely going to want to check that out. Let's go with a little bit longer one. Clown Hammer, good to see you. XR Bunker Works gifting 5 memberships. Brother, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. I'm pulling my hair out, so it's good. Zamba 2. Yo, Clown. Yeah, Clown Hammer's in here. Good to see you, Clown Hammer. Mrs. Lee Marie, good to see you. I greatly appreciate the gifting the memberships, good sir. It definitely helps out. I did mention earlier, and I will mention again, due to the fact that I am a moron who lives paycheck to paycheck and still loves to give back to the community, I do suffer myself financially. There is an event coming up this weekend, which is going to cause me to miss the, potentially miss Mr. Captain Kern, not Kieran, it's Kern. So I'm probably going to miss Captain Kern's birthday. Beings that I'm going to probably miss Captain Kern's birthday. I'm going to bring my earbuds with while I'm at the volleyball game, but my daughter has a volleyball game this weekend. If anybody would like to help me be able to get to the volleyball game and get into the volleyball game, please feel free to PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. Links are down below. Greatly appreciated. I'll give you a shout out. You know, I'll even shout out your like in this case, Thorpe's OnlyFans. I'll shout it out for him. So if anybody wants to go check out Thorpe's OnlyFans, feel free to do so. I believe it's onlyfans.com/Thorpedo. I'm actually kidding. That's not it. If that actually is somebody's, sorry if you went there. Doesn't look like I got any Cash App, PayPals, or Venmos at the moment, so no shout outs yet. But if you want one and you can afford to be a kind person, I would greatly appreciate it. But I'm not going to hold it against you if you cannot, because we are all in dire straits these days. So never a requirement. Like I said, we all do dumb things. Had to close the account. All right, cool to Riz. Hey, new account. Oh, JC, you gotta stick with JC Prince, man. I like JC Prince. It's a good one, you know. But if you want to be cool to Riz, you be cool to Riz, man. Or cool but Riz. Let's put it that way. Sorry, cool but Riz. This printer is a giant thorn in the ass, everyone. Not gonna lie. Because now this just popped loose from up here. And I'm kind of wondering if I can just use my Dan tension and pull that up, lock it, and then see if I can get that screw to grab after the fact. So we may do that. So let's pull that back down for a minute. Let's pull one or two more up on each, on the one side anyway, because we were just a little bit. Keela, are you and Jeremy streaming tomorrow night? Because Lee Marie 3D, everybody go check them out. They're good people too. Keela is a sweetheart with a potty mouth. And Jeremy is the comic relief. Like every good husband and wife team. One of these days I'll get Mrs. Sam out here with me. Let's see. Tuck that there. There we go. There we go. Tuck everything back together. Put some force on it. Tighten that screw right in front of you. Saturday, 12 p.m. All right. Saturday, 12 p.m. I'll be done streaming before then, so you know I'll be there. If I'm up early on Saturday, that is, I'll be done before then, because I usually get up early and have my morning coffee, and for some reason I've been going over the top of Digital Dragon. It's never been my intention to try and stream over the top of them. Digital Dragon is a beautiful human being. Sorry. Dag nabbit. Sorry, guys. Oof. For those of you that missed it earlier, that are just popping in, I talked to the college yesterday. So while I'm trying to fight this screw in here, and we've all been watching me do this for the last like 10 minutes, I talked to the college yesterday, and it sounds like yours truly will be hopefully re-enrolling in college and getting his associates. And it looks like if all goes well, he'll be on the fast track to an associate's. Not saying that to rub it into those who have fought hard to get theirs, but I have been in the position I'm in with the company I'm at for such a long time that, you know, I could do better. So, yeah, I have some of the blessings to make it happen. I'm going to make that happen. Armored 3D printing. Your estimated graduation is 27. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Graduate, definitely. As a guy who, let me tell the story again. When I was 25-ish, 24, 25, somewhere there, my kids were very little. It would have been 2020. It was shortly. My one son, it would have been 2006. There we go. It would have been 2006 when I enrolled in school. My son, or it would have been, yeah, 2006-ish. My youngest son would have been 2. And there we go. All right. Things are starting to come together. This screw is never going to be what it needs to be, but it'll be enough to be what it can be. Does that make sense? Okay. Anyway, so my little guy, my youngest son, Dominic, yes, I said a name, because that's my son. But he was only like 2 years old, and at 2 years old, Dad went to college. There we go. That's taunt again. So there we are. Okay. Anyway, Dad went to college. Dad was going to get his Computer Network Administration certificate. So my CCNA, Certificate in Computer Network Administration. There we go. Now we just got to line up this thing and tighten it back down here. So let me run this up and down real quick here a minute. Make sure that's lined up. All right. So while I was going to school, oh, so it's sleep and get paid. Have associates and bachelors, can't find work in my field. Well, see, the problem I have right now is the fact of where I'm at, what I'm doing. My current employer informed me that they wanted me to have my associates and that they would give me more monies. Well, I didn't think that my employer wanted me around. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty certain that I was being ousted from my position. Sam and I had talked. Some of you guys know. And we had pretty much come to the conclusion that I was going to go flip burgers, go back to college, get my degree. That's what she and I had talked about. So I was going to be working at McDonald's at 45, 46 years old. I was going to be working at McDonald's, slinging burgers, and we were good with that. Like, she was good with it, I was good with it, we were good with it, you know? But that didn't pan out. Like, I ended up talking to my boss, which the self-avocation is a wonderful thing. Please make sure you do it. But I went and talked to my boss. I explained my situation to him. I said, this is pretty much how I feel, what I think, and what I see. If that's not the case, then please prove me wrong. I didn't say, please prove me wrong. I just said, I'm done. I'm putting in my 4-month notice because I work in a school. So I figured it would be, behoove me if down the road something ever happened and I had an opportunity to go back or go to another school to not necessarily shoot myself in the damn foot. There we go. So since I didn't want to shoot myself in the foot, I said December 31st would be my last day. The boss man said, here's the deal, Dan. You want to get the job, or what's your price? They didn't have price in mind. We went back and forth and round for a bit. And in the end, part of the agreement with the board was, we'll give you a small raise now and a big raise later, but you got to get your associates. So going back to school to get my associates. This printer is now pretty much back together. There we go. That's good. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. Anybody want to see me power it up and make it move? Should we power it up and make it move? Does anybody want to see this thing move? Give it juice. All right. Look what's in the front right here. Ready? Here we go. Powering it up. Look at that. But yeah, so Armor 3D printing, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to go back to school, get my associates in computer network administration, or not my, yeah, get my associates. So I'm going to get my, CNAA, I guess is what they classify it as. So instead of my CCNA, I'm getting my CNAA. No, work is not going to pay for it. Work gave me a raise because I'd been there for 8 years and was making as much as a that above or below the C. The C is a certified, or is a certificate in computer network administration. It's only a certificate. The associates is the step above the certificate, and then there's obviously bachelor's, master's, doctorate, all that fun stuff. So I'm basically going to jump the certificate that I was originally going for 20 years ago, now 20 years later, and get my administration or my associates. So, oh, look at the eyes. Yes, look at the eyes. Very shifty, very shady. Let's bring up my, you come over here. Let me bring up the Pandora real quick. And it should be online now. There we go. Let's go to here and let's go to home all. Are you guys ready to watch at home? Oh, I forgot. I got to fix that. I have the bed all the way down. It homes one, then it homes the other, and both times, or all three times actually, it moves the bed down for all of them. So, okay. Yeah, it crunked out. I should have probably made sure that this was, oh, no, what's up? No, it just became super duper loose again. What the hell is going on there? Did I not tighten that? No, I did. Yeah, that's tight. Oh. All right. Well, as wonderful as it is, it's still loose. So we got to tighten that back up again. Wonderful. Let's just spin it around here and see what we can do from the back side. We're going to hit it from the back, guys. Okay. Yeah, see how loose it is now? Oh, it looks like, yeah, it pulled out of there. For sure, it did. Wonderful. I must not have had it captured properly when I did that, which means I got to undo some of this. Let's see. No, yeah, that did pull back a little bit. Damn it. Okay, so this back Z is a pain in the A for sure. So I was going to be Keela. What'd I miss? Compared to his hand. Now explains the massive steppers. It's pretty big steppers. It is definitely some pretty large steppers for its small stature. So let's undo these couple of screws. If I can get the dadgum things I need. Loosen that one. Loosen that one. I don't want to go crazy and loosen them too far and then have the nuts drop out. You know what I mean? And then let's loosen this guy. Again. There we go. Now let's try to get this to not do what it just did. Don't forget to turn off your printers when working on parts, guys, so you don't hurt, fry, or electrocute yourselves. You don't want to be responsible or liable for anyone's damage to oneself. Okay, you stay there. You stay there. Probably doesn't help that the printer just like went completely ballistic there trying to slam into the build plate or into the bottom of the printer there. That probably did not help. But let's make sure the belt is all fixed and aligned before we get crazy again. Properly smashed. Oops, we lost the big screw, which is fine. Let's see something here. Okay. Can't pull that out of there. So let's give it another good quarter crank. Lee Marie 3D, what's going on, good sir? Do I need to pull her out of here and put her in bed? No, Keela's good. I have no problems with Miss Keela, good sir. You know that. She is a sweetheart. You're the comic relief, and together you guys make for an amazing channel that everyone should watch the 3 nights a week when you stream, and then her her streams when she does those over on the Twitchiverse. So everyone should support you too and give you guys some love. If anybody wants to support me, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo down below. I'll give you a little shouty out because that's about all I can give you because I is kind of on the broke side of broke all the time. And we got volleyball tournament this weekend and it's like an hour and a half away. So tank of gas and like $50 to get in and eat for the day. Double check my accounts just to make sure nobody did send something and alerts just aren't coming through. Give me just a second here. Nope, nothing there. Nope, wait, nope, nothing there. That's the $20 to send JPP his stuff. He cash apped me to get his stuff sent out. So I got to ship that out. I'll get that boxed up and sent out tonight to him. He's going to be streaming later too, so make sure you go over there and check it out. 52 cents in Venmo, man. I am loaded. I am Venmo rich. 52 cents, guys. If you need 52 cents, I'll send it to you, which is weird because I'm broke, but I'll send you the 52 cents if you need it because I'm weird like that. Okay, now let's see if we get this stupid ass screw that keeps fighting with us. See if we get this thing to go back in. Okay. Put you there. Get you in the hole real quick so it doesn't jump out again. No, God. Urgh. Dad blessed. It was like right there. I could see it. You know? It was like right stinking there. Like I said, I should look for my damn drill, take the drill bit and just warble out this hole a little bit so that the damn screw can go in at a shifted angle. Having a hard time seeing Maker Man Nexus, the glare from the bald spot. Hey man, I got my hair cut short so the bald spot's not so bad. Look. See, it's not so bad. Drill bits and a drill. Where the flip did I leave my drill? And my drill bits, because I'm going to warble out that hole a little bit. That way I can shift the screw inside that, because it's at a 45-degree angle. Like a perfect 45 with no elongated hole, and it should have an elongated hole. Well, because I should be able to come in at just a little bit more of an angulation, you know? Should be able to angulate it a little bit more, and that should be better. At least one would think. See something here. I wonder if that's really all that's used for, is right there. Come on. The channel is just a little chewed up from the last screw that was in there. Sorry, gang. I know I'm kind of ignoring you, and I do apologize. There. Except for I just kind of shafted myself with what I just did, because I used the wrong one. I need the smaller one to tighten those with. And that's too big. Maybe I should use an M2.5 instead for that. Don't go telling her that. What'd I miss? More than your wives, LOL. No comment. No comment. Surprisingly, my wife doesn't have many hobbies. So thankfully, I don't have to worry too much when it comes to that. I'm just saying, Keela. My wife doesn't have too many hobbies. Keeping track of me is probably her least favorite hobby. It's the one she does the most, though. You know? Keeping track of idiot husband. It's her least favorite hobby by a long shot. Can't seem... All right. Let's do something here. Golly, gee willikers. That was the problem I was starting to have with this. That's when I noticed it, that the part was bad. And now I just want it to quit being stubborn and stay taut, you know? Just want it to stay taut. Crikey, what's going to be the easiest way to get to that one real quick? Guess right there, huh? Trying to get it so it stops moving so I can take one hand off and try and do a little something extra, you know? Don't get no crazy ideas now with what you heard. Okay? I don't want you to get no crazy thoughts in your head. Like, oh, he's trying to play with it on camera. That's not what he said. This is a pain in the ass. I wish I had the old file now. I couldn't find the stinking old file, because if I could have found the old file, then we could have at least just said the hell with it and ran with the old file, you know? The old file, I could have just put a smaller screw in and it would have been fine. But that wasn't the luck that we had going into this. Okay. Switch to smaller bit. Cross our fingers and hope that we can make something happen. I set the small bit down somewhere. This is that stupid ADHD Dan thing. Set shit down in the wrong spot. JPP is back. Don't forget, JPP is going live here a little later. So go show him some love. That ain't gonna work. Son of a biscuit-eating bulldog. This thing's a pain in the ass. Wonder if I was supposed to put this on first, get that screw lined up, slide this thing back, screw them down. That wouldn't work because this is in the way, so this has to go on after. But it's just the way it's going. It's not going the way I need it to. Son of a biscuit. All right. Let me see if I can find... Drill bit and drills. Drill bit and drill. Drill bits and drill. Gotta look around for a minute. I'm gonna take a little wander. See if I can figure out where the hell my drill and drill bits are. Don't worry, guys. Not going too far. Hopefully you can still hear me through the door. My doggo better stay where he's at. Throw his butt outside. Come on, Light. Okay. I don't see a drill or drill bits. I want to warble out that damn hole. And then I think that they should revise the file for that. But I don't know where the hell my drill and drill bits are. Damn it. Actually, I think I know where my drill and drill bits are. I think they're next door. I think I let my neighbor borrow them and I just forgot to get them back now that I think about it. And I don't know if he's home or not. So we're going to have to do some, yeah, we're going to have some fun. Oh, the headache. Oh, just the massive freaking headache this thing's causing me right now. I had it moving. That's all I'm saying. I had it moving. Let's see, the old file. How much of that was still good? Not much. The part that I needed, wonder if, yeah, no, because the part that I needed is broken, and probably could go with a little bit longer screw and a washer over the end of it, but because this is the old one, and that's where the screw fed through and then was pulled up right here. So instead there was a screw on top that would pull up to put tension on it. But you can see where it broke out where the screw head would have been because they had that part recessed a bit. Otherwise, your screw just now comes straight out. So, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. All to hell. I gotta check something because these motors just sitting, their hold is a bit on the toasty side. There we go. Okay, well, let's see here. I'm going to try again. I'm going to try this again. I loosen that up a little bit more so it can shift that head part, or the top part can hopefully shimmy out a little bit more to kind of line up where I need it to get this screw in here. Come on. You're like right the hell there. But it's just a matter of getting the stupid frickin' screw to line up with the stupid frickin' hole. Screw take 47, action! Hit the one in the picture. What? Kegel? Can't guess which printer is mystery printer. LOL. What I miss about a mystery printer? Are you trying to guess this printer? Somebody talking about a mystery printer elsewhere? Like, I can get this to go into there and then it's good, and that's part of it. That's not the part I need. Let's see. There we go. Let's play this one. A little bit longer screw. This design is terrible. I'm not blaming the CAD guy. I'm blaming my printer. Yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm saying it's my printer. My printer messed it up. It's definitely not the CAD guy. I would hate for people who do CAD work to think I'm blaming them. Exact demonstration of patience. Yes. I am currently the epitome of lack of, but yeah, you know, patience. I just kind of wish yeah, I just kind of wish. That's all. Because 1515 extrusion is a giant pain in the ass. Oh my God, is it? Hold on a second. The other part of the problem is I can't really see in where I need to see in, if that helps. I'm going to lay this thing flat on its face. I lost the screw, so I'm hoping it's not where it's going to fry something. That would be bad. But I need to be able to see what the hell I'm doing here. Need to see what the hell I'm doing. I don't know where the hell that screw I just had went. I fear it fell into somewhere that could be important later on down the road. Could lead to a very important issue down the road. I guess we're going to find out the hard way later, aren't we? Damn it. Okay. What the shit biscuits? That one's hot garbage screw. Let's see about this one. No, wait. Are these even bigger screw heads? Wow. Screws aren't bad. Just bigger than necessary heads, I guess. There's that. Okay. Now that I got some light shining down in the hole and I can see the copper bit a little better, let's cross our fingers. I'm putting myself right in front of you guys. Sorry. Bear with me. Just know that if this works, I'll be happy, okay? All right. That's it. That is it. I am done playing Mr. Nice Dan. That's it. We're doing something stinky and smelly. Don't do what I do. We're doing something stinky and smelly, and damn, that motor, that stepper right there just hit my sensitive bits of my hand here and caused me some not so happiness. Okay. Take that out, knock this out. Okay, gang. We're going to do something dumb because I want to, because I'm tired of this fighting and arguing with this thing. leave that there. Let's grab this thing here. Let's plug this thing back in. I don't have a drill nearby, but I have this thing. And yes, I know it's going to mess up my bit. I don't care at this point. I need to elongate this hole this way. Don't do what I do, 'cause I'm a dumbass. Don't do what I do. I am dumber than you. It's like a commercial for some insurance, right? Don't do what I do. I'm dumber than you. We're all in this hobby. Yeah. If this tip ever crosses somebody else's path later on down the road, and you're like, hey, I remember the time that idiot Dan did that, I'm good with it. I completely understand. If you don't, that's fine too. I don't blame you for not wanting to give credit to a moron for something you did. I don't blame you. He blamed the CAD guy. No, I did not, Thorpe. I did not. I said it was my printers. Don't you lie to Armor Turtle, because I need Armor Turtle to do silly things because he loves me. Okay. I don't necessarily know that that's going to help, so let's undo that. This is just a super duper annoying design that my printer converted into. This is a really good design that my printer printed incorrectly. There we go. Y'all got it. Y'all good? I gotta go get camera set up. All right, JPP, what time you starting off again? I just want to know. Just take out the A motor? God, no. That ain't going to help me too much. I mean, it will, but it won't, but it will, but it won't, but I don't know. We'll see. I can't wait till one of the bigger streamers watches my streams and goes, what the fuck? This guy's a moron. Don't take advice from him. I'm not giving you advice. I'm telling you guys, don't do what I do. You know? Like, do not do what I do. I am the farthest thing from a smart man. Do not do what I do. Yes, do not do what Dan do. You do what the instructions tell you. If there are no instructions and you are winging it, do not do what Dan do. Do what you do. Should I make under a shirt? Do not do what Dan do. You do what you do. The do. Let's get my soldering iron unfahrenheited here. It is positively Fahrenheited. Let's unpositively Fahrenheit it. There we go. What's the buzz in my pocket here? My wife. Well, got to call my sister back, guys. After the stream, I got to call my sister back. I didn't realize I missed a call from her at 6:30. She and I have been playing phone tag for like the last week, like day and a half. Okay. I'm going to take this really, really long screw here for a second. As soon as I can grab it, I'll see something. This is the really long screw that was in that hole. And I might have to kind of, but here's what I'm saying, like this screw needs a little more wiggly wiggly in there. So that should be a little wider, and that should be more elongated is my whole thought process is. Widen this out so you have more room to maneuver the screw around, and then widen this out, and that gives you more room because you're coming in at a 45, so as it pulls the screw up, it'll pull itself more in line, and as it comes down, it'll keep that screw head more lined up. Or just don't use that design. Just my thought. Move this stuff, bring this back. Push that back there, put that there. Move you guys up here. There we go. Okay. Belt back on. Can't wait till JPP goes live here in just a little bit. You have screw in cable chain. Oh, yes. Yes, I do. That's where that screw went. I need to take that out of there. Thanks, Thorpe. I meant to pull that screw out of there. It's actually been in there for a little while. It's not the screw I was looking for earlier, but it is a screw. I got to stand myself up here so I can see in at that other wire nut, or wire nut, that other screw. Okay, both of those are in. Pull this back up again. Okay, everything is barely gripping and grabbing. Everything is just a few threads. So let's just see if we can get this guy to give me that little bit of wiggle I need to get in its proper spot now. OMG. I think it's in there now. Okay. 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 Now the heatsink pulls out of the print, or out of that part. Yeah, the part that I called out earlier, Armor Turtle. I know, right? That is currently a big fear of mine because I don't like that design. And as someone who CADs things, I know you see that design and probably think heatsink should be on the other side. It should be a longer hole. Okay, well, this is it. We're either gonna get it or, well, it's either gonna work right now, or we're gonna go to bed because it's already 8 o'clock and I'm old and I gotta work and I gotta call my sister, and I've been at this for almost 3 hours. We're at 3-hour mark, and JPP is going to be going live, so I'll be listening while laying in bed. There's that screw that fell out that I was looking for, guys. It just made an appearance. Good. Okay. To avoid it from going grindy, grindy, grindy again, I'm going to lift it up, pull you guys way back here, turn it towards you. That is part of the problem, is this belt, the chain. Let me put this back panel on to keep that chain from riding the way it does. And catching and pulling, that's a pain in the ass. That's a problem. Oh, I took all of them out, didn't I? Off the bottom. Yes, I did. And I put this on the wrong damn way when I did that. All 3 of them. Okay. Well, where did I put the fat bit? Dang it. Well, let's get at least this middle one in for now. There. That'll at least keep it so this chain will ride up and down like it's supposed to. All right. Let's try to semi-level this thing. There. Let's give it a home now. There we go. All right, let's do a Z-tilt. There. 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 Zippy little dude. Yes, yes it is. Those points are way off. Yeah, Thorpe, that's one of the things I got to adjust. And looking at it, the way it's sitting, it looks like it's a little, the desk that it's sitting on is a little shifted too, so that ain't helping. But it does look pretty close. Let's do a height map. Let's go to calibrate, default. So yeah, we got to adjust it because it doesn't scan all the way to the far left side of the build plate. It'll scan to all the way to the right, but it doesn't go all the way to the left. So we're going to have to adjust that in the print config. It is using a cartographer. It is not a beacon. So anybody who's wondering, it is the cartographer, not the beacon. But there we go. Height map basically says it's waffled, or it's tacoed in an odd direction. It's not terrible. I mean, it's 0.63, so it's like 3 layers off. But look at that. Part of that is also because it reads off the edge of the build plate on the right, and it doesn't go all the way to the left. So this side is a little higher, but if we go back to the dashboard, we do have the, where is it? There is quad gantry level. You ready to watch it quad gantry level? 0.63 isn't terrible. LOL. What? I know it's terrible. I was trying to give myself the benefit of the doubt right now. All right. Quad gantry level. See, it doesn't go all the way to the left. So we need to fix that. And it doesn't go to the center. And then it comes up here and goes right to the corner. So it's scanning partway on the build plate, partway off the build plate. It doesn't go over the build plate like it needs to. However, it did just adjust a little bit. So who wants to play? Let's go play around in the code and figure out how to fix the scanning pattern. Not me. I've been streaming for 3 hours now, and JPP's going live. Who thinks that should be the next stream? Let's see. Belt still has tension. Belt still has tension. Belt still has tension. We're tensioned. I'm not going to ding, ding, ding them and make them make noise, but yeah. So let me come back here. Floating head. I'm wearing camo. I'm a floating head. Here, let me help you guys out. I almost fell. I hope you guys are entertained. I hope you guys are entertained for 3 hours of hanging out with me. For those of you who are for the full 3 hours, thank you. For those of you who hopped in and out, thank you. For those of you who came in near the end, thank you. Go inside, Dan. Let me get caught up on chat here just a little bit. Yeah, no, it is terrible, Armored Turtle. I'm not going to lie. I know it is. You were not entertained this whole stream was hell. I agree. Yeah, this printer is going to be, once it's up and running, I am going to, sponsored by BK. Have it your way. I mean, if BK wants to send me a check, I'll take it. I need money, guys. I will take it. I am a bit of a shill for the monies. 2 things to say. 1, thank you. You'd be happy with a burger. Clown Hammer. Yeah, the double cheeseburgers are the wife's favorite. She likes double cheeseburger with no pickle, heavy ketchup. But on a side note, I don't know if Shammy is still floating around or not. I think Shammy had to run. But I want to say thank you to Shammy. Shammy put his neck out there for me. And let's just say that in April, May, there might be something coming to the stream. Might become a permanent fixture in this row here. So there might be something becoming a permanent fixture in this row here. So I want to say thank you again for that. Taco Burger. They have good tacos. BK? Tacos your way? But anyway. Nope, Thorpe, no. It's going to be a permanent fixture up there. Just like, hey, K1. That guy right there is going to leave if I sell it. That guy right there has been here for a while. That guy's been here for quite a while. That's Fabrico Kit. Yeah. I like how you say that like it's a bad thing, Thorpe, that I give printers away. I give printers away to help people get into printing. I can't help myself. Where's the printer that you... Zolan has it. Where's the printer I gave you? I bet you it's still sitting there because you like to collect things. I have this bad habit. I like to try new stuff, but the K1 always just works. So if everybody who gives me crap about the K1, it just works, you know? Sauter was, sorry to, what did I do? I just said that you stuck your neck out for me, and that there may be something in April, May that'll be joining this line here as a permanent staple of the collection. And Thorpe is just saying that I'll give it away, and that's not going to happen right away. I'll have it for quite a while, but at some point I'll probably do that. But it's going to be here for a while, because it's going to be basically, if all goes well and it works as it should, it should take the place of this one. I'm still not getting rid of it because I like this one. This one may go to work with me, be my work printer after the other one shows up, but that'll be the thing. I don't have a printer at work anymore. I got all my printers at home, and I want to get this going because I was going to take this to work because it's a nice little printer. I can put it on my desk and let it work, but it's kind of cool, and it's kind of like a piece that, you know, a little showpiece. So it'd be nice to have it up here too, you know, and then this one can go to work with me, and the other one can sit where that one's at. And then this one is quite nice, and I need to start doing more with that one. So at some point I'm going to do more with that one. But yeah. You get a bag of bearings. To go along with the nuts you're missing. You want more bearings? Zumba 2 needs more bearings. Hey man, get your bearings, get your nuts, and get ready. Kegel, that's not true. I give you entertainment. I mean, granted, you had a headache along with me on this one, but, you know. Here, because I'm still sitting here talking, and I don't know when JPP goes live, and nobody's told me they're live yet. Here's the config file, guys. Thorpe, since you like to always tell me where I'm wrong in my scripts, and this isn't mine, this was pre-done, we just added in the stuff. Let me go down here to my, let's go down here, scroll past all this. No, that's herpes. Who wants a jelly of the month club? Who wants to be a part of that? Huh? We had to mark out all the extruder stuff because we have the Canbus on there now. Here's our bed heater, controls, idle timeout, bed mesh. Here's our bed mesh. And obviously the mesh max needs to go farther than 100 because 100 is where it's stopping out at. What I need to do is home my Y and see how far across it goes. And then our mesh max to the back is set to 90, which needs to go a little farther back as well, I think, because it wasn't going all the way to the back either. She loves the Frenchy ones. And the Copenhagen Bandit. All right, let's take this over to 120. And let's kick this back to 100. Probe count, 30 by 30. Look at that. This is 30 by 30. Let's save and restart. Let's go ahead and home it. It's up high, so it shouldn't bottom out and make the belt go grindy again. Let's go back to height map. The max was too far on the X. Yeah, the X needed to go farther. Yep. Well, I hold on. I need to fix the homing too, so that when it homes, it doesn't double drop or triple drop on the Z. It just needs to drop once and be done. Okay, it homed. No, we don't want to calibrate. First, we want to go back here. Oh no, we can calibrate. It'll be fine. Height map, calibrate. Default, calibrate. No, it just clunked when it stopped. It's going farther over now. And it's going too far. Yeah, we got to stop it from going as far over on the right, but we need it to go farther to the left. Because it's just going to dip off again. But it is going over farther, so. You guys can kind of see it back there. Sorry, I didn't move it. Empty clusters found? Yeah, you found empty clusters. That's great, but you could have at least still gave me the damn mesh. Change it again. Yeah. All right. All right, Thorpe. Let me go back in here. You tell me what I should do then. I'm growing it back out. Cloud hammer. There you go. Change mins to 5. Okay. You come back here. Scroll down. And then that's Z tilt. We'll have to change Z tilt too to move the points there, but let's go back up here. So the mesh min, we want to set to 5, not 25. And then we want to set our mesh back to 100 and, what was it, 180? I think I had this set to 190, right? Yeah, it was 90. That's right. 190. I didn't have it set, but it was. And change the max to try 80. So you want me to do 80 and 80 then? Or what? You want the mesh max to be at 80 for X and then 80 for Y? Try X first. Okay. Change X to 80. We'll leave this at 90 because I think it was at 90 before. So we'll do 5, 5, 80, and 90. And then we'll hit save and restart because I forget that it does home in the max position, not in the min position. So changing the max position doesn't fix what I was having the issue with. You're right, Thorpe. I'm a total freaking moron sometimes, guys. I admit it. And this is one of those times. Let's home again. We need to fix the homing next time we're in there. Tell it to quit doing that. My Z dropped in the back way down. So much so that when it came back up, I wonder if that cable chain is pushing down on that rear. Because that cable chain is kind of taut back in there. So, all right, we homed. Let's calibrate. And we'll tell it default. And then let's go back to here. Wait a minute. We got an error message. Hold on. What was the error? Move out of range 5, -19, 2. So it can't move to -19 on Y. So for some reason at 25, because of the offset of the probe, so -19 is as far back as it says it'll go because of the probe offset, is my guess. Let's go back to the printer. And we'll set that then to 1, or not 5. We're going to add 19. Change the Y min to 20. That's what I was thinking. I was trying to math improperly. So 20. Because the probe can't go far enough forward is what I mean to say, I guess. There. Everything dripped a little there. All right. Now let's go back to height map. Home again. We were in there. I should have looked into the homing sequence to tell it to quit fucking dropping the Z every damn time. Only needs to drop once when you do a home all. Well, that was really nice. You would do a tilt. All right. Oh, let's do Z tilt. We didn't change the Z tilt, so it is. Yeah, that. Why in the hell did it just drop both? There we go. Okay. It's a 00173 in its tolerance now. So 00173 is the tolerance on a 0075. Okay. We just did that. Now let's go to height map and let's go to calibrate. Default. Now it's telling me -4. All right, so -25, 24, I guess would be what it would have to be at its total. So let's go back here to printer. So we have to make that at least 24 for it to hit at 0. All right. Yep, put it back at 25. You're right, Thorpe. There we go. See, once the motors lose their power, that cable chain is pushing down on that rear, and it just drops that rear every time. And since it's on the cable chain's on this side, it drops more this way and back. So that's why this one's always so damn high. So we're going to pull these down a little bit. There. Leave it like that. We'll try it that way. Now let's go back to dashboard. Let's go back to home all. Drop that rear. You're right, Nick. Drop that rear. That's what it's doing too. Stubborn little shit. All right, Z-tilt. Off axis. What's going on, nerd? Hope you're doing well, brother. Gonna have to fix that. Since I know those are in those corners, I can pretty much okay. That was only 2 passes around, and now it's 0.00416. So every time, man. Oh. But anyway, height map, calibrate. Hey, that's farther over now. Look at that. Hey, that's better. It's staying within the build area now. So that's good. Let's see how far back it gets. Could go back a little bit farther, so we can take our max back probably about another 10. So we can set the max on our Y back a little bit more, but our Z, or sorry, our X is looking much better. It's staying within the build volume. And now we look at the height map, and we're at a 0.9 in range, 0.902. Whew. Here, let you guys take a peek. We are doing this cold too, guys, and it is colder than room temp in here. What room temp would normally be. I resemble that remark. I don't believe it was. I didn't see that it was. We're going to throw a print at it before I go in the house. X and Y. So let's see here. X is this way. Y is this way. And yeah, that cable chain is definitely pushing a little bit, I think. I could be wrong. Could be even just a little. Who knows? At this point, who knows? I have to check the belts. It looks like the front left is still sitting a little low. That one is definitely looser. This one is definitely a little looser than this one. That's the joys of a belt-driven Z. Fix Z-tilt points. Yeah, let's go in there. Go to machine. Scroll down. Go here. Scroll down to Z-tilt. Timeout, Cartographer. Input shaper, Z-safe homing. Board pins. We went too far. We went too far. There we go. Z-tilt. So we got -15 and -8. Then we got 60 and 150. and 45 and -8 are our positions. And then we have our points at 20 and 0, 60 and 75, and 100 and 0. Knowledge is power, and so is money to live. Yeah, money to live is important. Yes, daughter.
You fixed it.
Fix what?
There's all new buttons on here, and I don't know what they do.
All new buttons on where?
I don't know. There's new buttons down at the bottom, and I don't know. Don't press it, because you're going to start recording something, and I don't know what it does.
That means that they pushed out new apps that they want you guys to use. It's part of their thing. And then all this
Not
over here.
There. No. Go back up. I don't know what that does. But it says recorded, then I tried pressing that, but I don't know what it does.
It's an extension that they put in. It's, yeah, Screencastify has access to this site. So Screencastify is an extension that your school installed. Let's go to extensions. Let's go to manage extensions and see if you can manage your extensions. And then let's see if it was pushed out by the site or not. Yeah, nope, it's right here. You can click on remove. And then we'll tell it to remove because it was something you must have pushed in. A teacher might have asked or put it on there. But we pull Screencastify off. There you go. It's gone. There you go.
Okay.
You're welcome. I got you, kid. Mom go to bed yet?
No.
Nope. Okay. We'll let her know I'll probably be another half hour.
DJ was here.
Oh, wonderful.
Mm.
Mom didn't tell me that. And there's Mom now, so
Why would you ask me
I'm
to
still
come in and
streaming.
then leave?
I'm still streaming. You want to say hi to the interwebs?
Hi, interwebs.
Okay. Hey, Thorpe, the wife is here. Change 20 to 5. Okay.
That wasn't supposed to be on here. And I
It wasn't necessarily not supposed to be on there. It could have been pushed out by your teacher.
The teacher's an idiot. Yeah, so if my teacher pushed it out, Dan just...
Thorpe says hi.
Hi, Thorpe. Okay.
Okay.
Who are you? You're going
All right.
outside? Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah. Don't let the dog out, please.
I just got off the shit up. Dan just put leaving his shit there.
No, why would I leave my stuff on my desk?
Actually, I lied. I won't think
Change 60 to 40.
Move. This garbage?
No.
You want to get it?
Just leave them there. They're fine.
Mm.
Oh, Shammy. I don't think if you met Shammy, it would have been at Murph one of the years.
I don't think so. But
Yeah.
I'm here.
Hi. Yeah. I heard that he was here.
I don't care if he was here.
Okay.
Kids.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to come to you? Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you weren't going to sit for a minute and say hi. Okay, we'll go in the house. Talk to the microphone. It's right there.
No, I don't want to talk to my phone.
Talk to the...
go lay on the chase and go to sleep.
Look at my little mousey.
I'll punch you.
You gonna sleep on the
I
chase tonight?
messaged you. If you ever read your messages, you would know.
Well, I did check my messages earlier. Look at this chair now. I got to steal those wheels off that other chair in the house.
Break the chair?
I rolled forward on the concrete and it snapped because it got hung up in the gravel.
I brought you that chair.
I know you did. That's why I'm gonna steal those wheels off the other chair from my dad.
Yeah,
and-
but I like that chair in the living room.
Well, then I'll have to buy a set of them. Somebody want to buy me a set of the rollerblade wheels for my chair? Sleeping on the chase tonight, yes. It doesn't hurt to lay here. Okay.
Let's sleep flat.
I know, babe. So just lay upright on the chase and I'll be in probably in the next half hour. JPP just went live, so I'm going to play around with this for a minute and then I'll be in.
Yeah, he was here. I thought you were in the mouth, but you didn't.
I didn't even know he was here because he was in here with me, so he didn't bark and nobody sent me a message saying, hey, you might want to pause for a minute.
I said, why? And he goes, I'm bringing you money. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live here. So I didn't go outside, so I didn't have to come in the house.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Love you.
I love you. Okay, so I changed the 60 to a 40, Thorpe. What else you thinking? Let it ride and see what happens now when we do our points. Should we let it ride? Everybody go check out JPP. Save and restart. Go back to the dashboard. And wait for it to come back. Try that. Yep. All right. Home all. still not coming to the center of the build plate. And that front right is still quite high. But let's Z-tilt and see what happens. It's going farther over now. Oh, now it's closer to center. Yeah, there we go. And then there it needs to probably, on that last point, it needs to come in a little bit. It's right on the edge of the, it's going to the cartographer. It's just a little off the edge of the build plate. So we got to move that in a little bit on that side. Back to machine, scroll down, go to printer, scroll down. I think we need to move the X in the third point. Yep, that's where I was at. Look at that. Thorpe and I are on the same page, guys. It doesn't happen often. So thank you, Thorpe. Thank you for instilling smarts into me. Okay, so we need to move pro point here. So X is 30 currently. Oh, wait, that's my bed mesh point is 30. Currently, try moving in 10 millimeters. So take this from 100 to 90. So we'll take this down to 90. Oh, show config. Shit, sorry. There you go. So take this 100 here on this one and turn it to a 90. Got it. So we'll go 90 here because that's kind of where we, yeah. So let's go ahead and save and restart again. Go back to dashboard. Go back to the bench cam. Wait for it to come up. Home all again. Kick it back. Drop it down. We got to fix that too, Thorpe. When we go back in. See, like right now, when it goes to home, it's off by probably about 10 mils. So we're going to have to fix the Z-Safe homing too and tell it for Z-Safe homing to move 10 more mils to the negative side. Anyway, Z-tilt. Okay. That's more centered now. It's off a skoshi bit, but not much. And there we go. That was a little better. I would probably move in another... Actually, no, the cartographer stayed on, but then when it homes again, it's off. Let me line you straight up here. There you go. See, it's off. So we got to fix Z-Safe homing. So let's go back to machine. Scroll down, printer config, scroll down Z-Safe, go down Z-Safe homing. We can fix your homing. Yes, let's fix the homing. So let's find Z-Safe homing first. Bed mesh, Z position. Where's Z-Safe? Oh, Z-Safe homing is going to be in the fucking macros. Nope, there it is. Z-Safe 60/60. So on both of those, what's the probe offset? Because we want to take that into consideration too, huh? Can't see again. Yeah, it's currently set for X and Y to go to 60 and 60. And obviously on X, it needs to go 50. And then on at least 50. And then it's way the hell back here because it puts the nozzle more where the center's at. So probably another probably 30. So make that 50 and 30. And that'll put the probe right over the center. Or do we want the nozzle over the center? We still need to move that at least 10. Yeah, at least 10. So let's do this at 50 for right now, just to see if we can at least get that part to line up a little better. And then save and restart. We'll just do one number at a time right now because that's what I'm doing. Let's go back to dashboard. You can see it behind me. Home all, bench cam. I'll be nice. Cartographer does have touch, but this one's not set for touch. This one is set to just scan. Now it's actually from where I'm sitting, it looks good, but where I got you guys at, it looks off. That's weird. because that's, let's see, what am I looking at when I look straight on? Right? Right about, yeah, right about there. It's about where I've got it. It looks like it's right about dead now. Looks pretty good. There you go. The cartographer can be set up for touch. I don't have it set up for touch. It's just set for scan. So your build plate is not flat. Yeah. It's a poor battered and tattered. I think I need a new magnet and build plate, and it's not flat. You can see, I don't know. Thankfully there's a cartographer. Bed looks good. Same as your V0. Yeah. All right, let's Z-tilt again. It comes in hot and then stops. And then homing, it still, when it came back, it didn't home. It is off. So it must be, let me see something. Let's take X negative. Let me home X real quick. Okay, so there we're at 115. So let's go negative 100. And then go 10. And then go 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. It's all the farther it'll go. Let me make sure that that is all the farther it can go. No, it can come over more yet. So we have more room. And the nozzle is in JPP. I'm sorry, brother. I will come lurk, but ADHD is not allowing me to not, you know, to stop. Okay. The edge of the build plate, we are still about 5. So we can still move about 5. Let's go here. Let's look at something. Printer. Let's go to, let's go here. X min position is -3 with a max move of 125. And currently, I can go a little farther. So make that -8. Or should I make my max position 30? Makes my max position 130. That means it'll still keep the -3, and it should, when it homes to the max position and then comes out, it'll push it out that far. So if I make it 130, when it homes to the max, it'll think it's at 130, and then it should still have -3 for the min position. But if I change that, I got to change the end stop position to 130 as well. I think my phone just went buzz, 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 but I don't see any reason for the buzz, buzz, buzz. There's nothing new here. Let me go ahead and clear everything. There we go. All right. So we'll set our end stop position and we'll move out our max and we'll hit save and restart. And then we'll come back to the dashboard and then we'll wait for it. Now we'll home all again. We got to fix the homing, god damn it, every time I'm in there. Okay, so now it thinks it's out to 120. Now it moves back in, and it's pretty much off now. Wait, yeah, it's off, but all right, because we changed our max size. Now let's do this. Let's go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Puts it right at the edge, and then we should be able to go 1, 2, 3. So that'll go right out damn near to the edge now. So there we go. Okay, well there's that. Now let's go back to machine, and since we made our print size bigger by 10, we need to come back down here and change some numbers again. Let's go to homing. Boop, 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 boop. Bed heater, idle time, bed mesh. So we made that 5. That's going to need to be changed there and there. We went from 125 to 130, right? Or 120 to 130. So hold on. Let's do something. I'm dumb. I need to visualize things, guys. Oh, we're slamming into the front when we come all the way forward, so that's not helping. Now we're off there. And now we're there. Now it's going over the edge. So yeah, now we got to bring that back, and we got to move that over. So we got to shift everything again. And we got to stop coming so far forward. The ass end just dropped. That was wonderful. Tool head stop below model range. Yeah, I know. Machine. So I changed a bunch of stuff, and I should have made sure I had my movements right on X and Y first. Because what we really need to do is this. We need to go here. We need to go back to dashboard. Let's get our Y homed. Okay. Y is homed at 115, it says. So now let's move Y 100 forward. And then let's go 10. And it slams at 10. So, yeah, it doesn't come all the way up. Ideally, it would be better if these didn't exist and this was back in the rail. So if these were in, if this was in the rail, it would push it back another roughly 15 mils and put the front of the build plate here. And it would move this back, but then you would probably lose that on the rear, is my guess. So let's go ahead and home Y again and see. Yeah, when you homed Y and it went all the way back, it's currently sitting right at the back of the bed when it jumps forward. So yeah, realistically taking these out and mounting these inside the channel should give me the space I need. But then it puts it all the way back against and you drag shit. So I get it. It moves it forward so you have room. I get it. Okay. Anyway, so let's move this again. We'll go 100 forward. And now we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. We're at 8. So on our Y, we need to subtract 8 from our Y. So let's go to printer config, scroll down, Y max position, we need to subtract 8, right? 8. So instead of 8, so 117. Save and restart. Go home. Wait for it to reboot. Anybody still here? It says there's 18 of you still lurking, so I'm just curious if there's still anybody actually here, if y'all went. Projects in Dad's Garage, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming and saying hey here at the end. I'm going to be done here pretty quick. We're going to align some stuff real fast, and then we're going to kind of call it good. I just want to, my ADHD won't let me stop. There we go. Now we're not slamming into it. The cartographer is off when we do this now by a long shot, so we're going to have to fix that. And then that, no trigger after full move. Yeah, well, no kidding, because you didn't full move. All right, well, let's go back into machine, come back down here. You're still here, Vince? STL here? All right. So we're not slamming into nothing now when we get there, so we'll leave that alone. Homing speed max is set to 100, it says. Or it says 100 is max. Let's look at homing real quick here. Let's see if we can find, the homing is going to be in the macro, I'm sure. So we'll have to go find the G28 macro. And then figure out why it drops the damn Z every time it makes a move. It only needs to drop it, like home, drop it down, then home X, home Y, and then move up for Z. So, bed mesh. Not messing with the bed mesh numbers at the moment. I want to, well, okay, Z tilt. We want to take this. $10. Leave that at 0. And then we took some out. So I should probably stop messing with the damn numbers tonight. My brain hurts and I can't think. I got to stop my ADHD before I make a bunch of stupid changes. So let's just stop this for now. Don't save. I do want to go look at the macro real quick though for homing. And then let's find the G28. I'm physically here, mentally you're in Cabo. Oh man, I wish. Don't I wish? Okay, so let's find our G28. If XYZ are not part tool head, G28. That's our CG28. Bed mesh clear. Bed mesh calibrate, start bed mesh. Trying to find printer. Digital Dragon, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. I'm spacing out. I'm getting ready to go watch JPP stream and stop for the night, but I'm looking through this macro real quick. I'm trying, or the macros. I'm trying to find my homing macro, because it drops the when it moves X, it drops Z. Then when it moves Y, it drops Z again, and then when it goes to check Z, it drops Z and then goes again. I'm trying to figure out where the hell in this thing I can find my. Trying to find my macro to, here we go, G28. Custom G28 command with temperature check for Z homing. Rename G28.1. The problem I have is every time it moves, pre-home axis X equals G28.1X position, then Y. But the problem I'm trying to figure out here is it's moving the Z every single time it homes an axis. It'll move down, it'll move down, move for X, move down, move for Y, move down, move up for Z. It's kind of annoying. Pre-home axis. There's these crazy, like crazy. I'm just gonna freaking leave it be for now. I'm gonna go to dashboard. We're gonna go ahead and home it again. Didn't bang hard. There we go. It touched. Now it comes back out and it's pretty close to the center. It looks like it's off. My daughter arrived at home. Where'd the hell did my daughter go? It is off a little bit. Let's move Z up a little bit. Nope, wrong up. What I need to do is crisscross and put a piece of tape in the center with a little dot where the center's at, and then put the nozzle on it and see where it's at so I know how far off it is in the directions. But let's see here. Build plate is 124 across, and at 124 across, where are we at? Can't see for shit. That's where we're at. At 124 should be at 62, and it is at 70. So it is off by 10 now. So we gotta, or it's off by 8. Sorry, it's off by 8. You modify those individual homing macros as it is calling them. Yeah. Yeah, right now I'm going to worry about just when I tell it to home that, or the Martin, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Best to redo the home all macro and not call for the individual macros for X, Y, and Z. Exactly. I'm going to probably go in and just grab a standard homing macro and just put it in there. I don't see a reason for it to do that other than drop the Z10 and then home X, home Y, and then pull Z back up after it moves back to the center point. You're heading over to the stream. Good. Go for it. Everybody go check out Just Push Print. He's currently live. I'll be over there here in just a few. I'm going to make this quick change. Thorpe hasn't yelled at me, so I thought for sure he would have by now. Bed mesh. Where's my friggin' Z-Safe homing? Z-Safe homing. Here we go. So we got it set to 50 at the moment. And we need it to go the other way. I said 8. So it needs to go 58. Actually, I bet you if I put it back at, now we'll put it at 58. And then save and restart. And we'll pull this out of there. And then we'll, yeah, that cable chain back there is just pushing down on the ass end of that bed every time. Yeah, I know you did, Thorpe. I'm just giving you crap, bud. All right. Home all. Drops, move, drops, move, come back down again, then come out. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay. There. Z-tilt. Doesn't slam. Hits that corner. Go to the back. It's way off. And that's way. So we need to come. That is Cartographer off the edge of the bed. That needs to go over more, and it's pretty good where it's at there. And then that one needs to go over too. So we shifted everything 10. So change my numbers 10 and we should be good. Machine, printer. I'm going to go watch JPP and play around with this till I get it dialed in, guys. So let me jump back here. Thanks for hanging out. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail, happy 3D printing, all those things. Remember, go over and check out Just Push Print. I'm going to put the link in here. I believe it's that one. I don't know why it just did that, but yeah. Let's take, there we go. There you go. That should take you to his channel. I'm clicking it myself. Yes, it did. All right, there we go. They're live. Go over there and hang out. Tell them I said hi. I'll be there in chat in just a minute, and I'm going to be playing around with the config file for a little bit, just try and dial in some stuff while I listen, and then I'm going to be going in the house and going to bed here pretty quick. We have streamed for 4 hours, which is 2 hours longer than I normally do, but when ADHD sets in, you ride that dopamine. So you guys have fun. Stay out trouble, stay out jail, happy 3D printing, all those things. Again, remember, an old printer is better than no printer. There's all kinds of fun stuff for you. So have a good night, guys. Talk to you later.